I believe I'm up and running. Yeah, you are live. Okay. Well, good morning, everyone. I hope you're doing well. If you may or may not have caught me earlier, I was on, but I was having some technical goofiness, so which is that's part and parcel for me. So I don't know if you caught me or not, but I did let you know it is a windy Monday morning here in the northern suburbs of Chicago. It is really, really windy. I don't know if you can hear that over my shoulder, but it is a brisk, brisk morning. It says that it's like 33 or 34, but don't you believe it? Don't you believe it? Hey, look, we have our friend from a much warmer climate, and that is TJ and Kayla. T and K Travels. That's T and K. I'm assuming that is TJ. Welcome, welcome, my friend. We are always glad to have you. Always glad to have you, TJ. Hope to get your way someday for a visit. Just love to come and see you guys. Um, I forget. I think you're in Central Louisiana, right? Central Louisiana. Like around aren't you around Baton Rouge? Maybe. I don't know. I have traveled a lot of Louisiana over the years, but it has been a long time ago. Um, and I have friends all over. People say names that they think, oh, nobody will ever know what that is, and I know exactly where it is. Um, I used to live in Arkansas, and there was a town in Arkansas that I ministered in called Smackover, Arkansas, and I knew exactly where it was, and a lot of good people in Smackover. Well, not a lot of good people, but a few good people, uh, because it was a small town. Uh, yes, for now in Baton Rouge, but planning to move to the Orlando area of Florida this summer. Oh my gosh, everyone's moving to Central Florida. Everyone, TJ. Well, you know what? If you're going to move to Florida, from a weatherman's perspective, and I'm a pretty good one, I will tell you that is the place. That's the place to go in Florida. There are prettier areas. For instance, the Fort Myers and the Naples area. That's certainly prettier, but you do run a greater risk for the hurricane impact. Even though there aren't that many, it's just not worth the risk, and it's much smarter moving inland. Um, Orlando is a beautiful city, and God knows there's tons of stuff to do in the Orlando area. So I wish you and Kayla well. I'm assuming the job market there is good for her as well. Now, does she? I forget. She's a teacher, if memory serves, and we're not counting on my memory to remember much. But I was thinking she was a teacher, and I don't recall what it is you did, my friend. Um, but you can let me know if you want to. Um, but is there a job market for what the two of you do there in the Central Florida region? I have a cousin that lives north of there in Ocala, and also an aunt and uncle in Ocala, and then I have an aunt and some cousins that live in Gainesville. So I've got a lot of family. I had an aunt and uncle that used to live in Venice, Florida, which I don't know if you know where that is, but that is near Port Charlotte, where my parents used to have a home. They had a vacation home in Port Charlotte years ago. I actually grew up an hour away from Orlando. Yes, she's a teacher for now, but will be changing. Uh, will will be changing careers after her current contract is over. Okay, okay. So Kayla's not going to be a teacher anymore. I'm in, sir. I'm the surplus manager for the city of Baton Rouge. Oh, wow. So you're in logistics. Okay. Well, good on you. That's definitely something that you can use in any municipality. Forget municipalities, you could use that in municipalities, companies, exchanges, all that. So that's definitely a good field for you, my friend. Very, very good. We've got a friend that is coming to join us. He is all the way from the West Coast. Well, actually, the West Coast of Canada, and that is none other than our friend. Whoop, there we go. There we go. That is our friend, Plump Travelers, Larry Giroux. Welcome, my friend. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Oh, we don't have you. I'm missing. I can't hear you. Now that could be on me. I don't know.
There we go. Now you should hear me.
Gotcha.
Now you're good. I had my boom mic set up for my live feed last night, but I'm not really comfortable with it yet. I don't like the setup right now, so I had it on my boom mic instead of my webcam.
Oh, okay. How did it go last night?
Great, great. Felt good to be back. It's truthfully, hanging out with you has helped me to really get comfortable talking on the camera here and stuff.
I'm very glad to hear that. I Years ago I taught a course on public speaking,
Mhm.
and it was actually geared more toward ministry. But I found that it was it kind of one laid over the other. Public speaking, ministry was public speaking, and vice versa.
Yeah.
This gentleman, I don't know if you know TJ of
Oh,
T.
yes. We know. Good morning, TJ.
Yeah, he's a good fella. He and his wife. Did you read what he just wrote? They're getting ready to relocate to
Oh, to Florida.
Central Florida. Everybody's moving to Central Florida on me.
Ironically, I was just talking to Cindy last night and Doug, and I was saying, you know what? I need to move to Florida, man. Like everybody that we know is moving to Florida.
Now, I will tell you, Cindy and Doug, they are practically smack dab, as they say, smack
Yep.
dab in the
Right in
middle.
the middle. Yes.
Yeah, that is a beautiful place, and they live in my favorite part of the country, which is orange country. You
Is
can
that
get
where they grow the oranges?
They grow the oranges anywhere in Florida,
Yeah.
but I can tell you, you can get some of the best right where she lives.
See,
Um,
I don't like them too sweet, but I like them tart with the sweet. Oh,
I
Sun,
like them.
I can't remember what it is. It a sun-kissed orange? But what it's a black label. There's a black label on it, and they're huge. I like the big, huge ones. Like, oh,
I like the honey bell, and
see, I don't.
you can only get honey bells about the end of January until about the middle of February, and that's
Mm,
it.
mm.
About 3 weeks a year, and they'll tell you real quick. You're only going to get these for a couple more weeks, and man, they're right. Honey bell oranges, Florida oranges. Any other oranges? You know what? Hey, TJ, I will tell you. Everyone will tell you how good California oranges are. They're okay. They're California navels, but that just makes it sound like fat people from California with a belly button. I
I truthfully have no idea where these oranges come from that I get. It's just got a black label on it. I never really paid attention, but they're yummy.
I definitely prefer, but I grew up. We went to I will die on that hill. Uh, I I grew up on Florida oranges because we would go down there the week after Christmas every year. We'd finish unwrapping our presents, and get the tree put away and put stored back in the attic. And then Dad would say, "Okay, let's pack up." And we would drive and drive and drive and drive forever.
Loves you.
Who we got coming in here? Plump. Who is this? I can't see.
Loves you. Uh,
Loves me.
I don't know that name at all. But
Don't
Call Me V. Oh, she's another Canadian. She lives in Ontario. She
call
was
me
on my
V.
well,
Call me V.
live
That sounds like the V movie, V for Vendetta.
live.
Hello, everyone in chat from other side
Her
of
name
the
is
world.
Vonavi.
Vonavi.
Mhm. It's
Okay.
French. It's Francais.
Crochet.
Francais.
Looks so good to have you. Let's see. Evan Chess from the other side of the world. Okay, is that Philippines?
Yes, she was part of the Papamozo-a-thon.
Oh, okay. Well, very good to have you, V. We are thrilled to have you. Thank you for joining us. Let's see. It's got to be nighttime where you are, I think.
No, V's in Ontario, Canada.
Oh, she said the other side of the world. I thought that was
No, that's Loves You saying the other side of the world, which is probably, I'm guessing, because you get a lot coming in here from the Philippines. Yep, from the Philippines.
met you before on Tommy Travel and Killer Whale. Okay. Killer Whale, I think, yeah, I'm from Philippines. Yes, well, very good. We're thrilled to have you, no matter who you are. We're just glad to have our friends with us. It's a blessing to have
We got two
them.
Canadians here, Papa. Uh-oh.
The Canadians are here.
Yeah, me and V are Canadians, so.
You and V are Canadians? Well, I have a lot of Canadian friends that like me, and I like them too. So here's a Pepsi for all my Canadian friends.
Cheers.
I'm going to take a gamble here and say that yours is better for you.
I need to get it in the camera. It's out of focus. Yeah, there we go.
I think yours is better for you than mine is for me.
Yeah, Papa, I gave up just, how do I say this? Just before I got diabetes, I gave up soda. We were going to the gym and everything.
Well, good on you.
But this is what I drink now. I have one of these every morning, a Red Bull.
Ooh.
Which is that a soda, so. But again, it's keeps me away from all that pop, because I used to drink a lot. Like,
I would have to be careful because of the caffeine for me. Every person's body is different, and all our bodies respond differently. The sugar doesn't seem to bother me like it would a lot of people, but what would bother me in that would be the caffeine. I would have to be careful. Well, let's see what this says. It says, cruising on high seas. Looky here who we got. Yes, Larry, how's the weather? I sent you. I have been watching Toronto's weather.
He's another Canadian. Now you got 3 Canadians in here.
Isn't that where you said he was from? Toronto?
He's from Toronto.
That's what I thought.
So is Bonavie. Or V, sorry. They're both in Toronto.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, they're laughing at us out here because last night we just got a few inches of snow again. So they sent us all their rotten weather out here.
I have been watching their weather, and man, they've been getting socked. They've been getting socked pretty good.
Out here where we are, yes. Very bad. Roads shut down because you can't pass them because they've been washed out from the floods. And oh yeah, I actually may not get to my mother-in-law's for Christmas because the road going up there, it was washed out. And actually, morning, Najuma.
There is our sweet Najuma. We love her. We're always glad to see Najuma from Long Island. Very good to see you.
I'm not sure if you heard, but there was some deaths from these floods.
Oh
And
my
actually,
goodness.
it is on this route that I have to take to get to my mother-in-law's that was closed. Then they reopened it, but because they had 2 more storms coming through, they closed it. I'm not 100% sure. I haven't checked today, see if it's open yet. But the last I heard, it was for essential travelers only, like businesses or workers and stuff like that. So I may not make it up to my mother-in-law's for Christmas.
Let's see. Did I miss anybody there, Plump?
No, you're good. You got everyone there.
I want to make sure I got everybody.
Yeah, you got everyone.
I don't like anybody to feel left out, you know?
Mm-hmm. So yeah, we get a bunch of snow that I got to go, brush off. I got to do the Chicago thing.
Sure. We had, I was going to go to church yesterday. I got a brand new van.
Yes.
Given to me, thank God. Not brand new, but new to me. And
we're both blessed. Mine's a 2012 that was gifted to me.
Yeah, mine was my dad's, but
yep.
it may as well be brand new right off the lot because he's just that anal about taking care of things like that.
And prayers for your dad, by the way. I was talking to Kelly when you were
Thank you very much. And he gave it to me, but once I get to where I'm going, I have to have a degree of confidence that I'm going to be able to get out and step my way.
What kind of vehicle?
Well, it's a Buick Terraza. It's a Buick.
Wow, I never heard of it.
Well, it's a minivan.
Yeah.
It looks a whole lot like the Honda Odyssey used to.
Okay, yeah, because mine is a Dodge Grand Caravan. Because when you're saying you step in and out, you have to get up a little bit. Because like my last car, I had to basically lay down on the ground to get into the car. It was so short to the ground.
Oh dear. Well, this one basically you can. I can't just fall over into. I have to kind of slide a little bit.
Slide in, yeah. Sounds like mine, yeah.
There was a wintry mix warning out yesterday, which again, in years past, I never would have thought a thing of. But yesterday, it crossed my mind, and I thought,
weather is getting worse.
I just didn't want to take a chance. And there were some brothers at the church already prepared to help me if I needed it. My wife had a team of men that were perfectly willing and very, very kind of them to help me out of the van and to get to get my new scooter out of the van and the ramps and everything. But I just did not feel like risking it. And I thought, well, that another Sunday will come and I will, be able to get back to the church that I love.
I haven't been in a church for probably 3 years.
Oh, wow. I had almost, until last Sunday, I had almost gone not quite 2 years. And I had never missed that period in my life.
Oh, I can't stand not going to church. It's like you're living in this wild, out of control thing. It's just, I don't like it.
I don't either. I'm a social person.
Yep, same here. Yep.
And I enjoy seeing people. I enjoy if people have stories to tell or if they have pictures on their phones of their grandkids and things like that. I love seeing things like that.
Mm-hmm.
And
maybe we are twins, Papa.
We might be. We got the same hairline, looks like.
Hairline, yeah.
Let's see. Now, speaking of hairline, what is Rob up to? I was.
Rob's been working. Oh, he bought a new vehicle. It shows up there.
Did he?
Go back to who says mine is a 2022. But I don't remember what he bought.
Mine is a 2020. Oh, okay. There we go. I missed that. I'm sorry. Rob, what'd you get? What'd you get? Did you get like a Ferrari?
Well, doing the work that he's doing, I don't think he's gonna get no Ferrari.
You got a Porsche, didn't you, Rob?
That's what it is. Yeah, Impreza.
Oh, an Impreza. Okay.
That's Chevy, right, Rob? Chevy Impreza.
No, that's is that the Nissan? Nissan Impreza.
You might be right. I don't know. I've been out of the car mine for a long time in that sense. I only know the early 2000s.
Man.
My first was a 1986 Mercury Sable.
Oh yeah.
Subaru.
Subaru, yeah, Subaru.
Subaru.
You know, used to remember Fiats.
Yep.
And
I love those. I'm 6'2", but I want one of those things. I think I would enjoy driving in a little one of those. Beep beep.
remember the Datsun B210s?
Oh, that sounds familiar.
Those were snappy cars 35 years ago.
What's his name? I have a picture with me with Jay Leno.
With a Datsun?
I don't know what it is. This car, it opens up like this. Basically the whole shell opens up, and then you get in the car that way. No, or is it? No, it wasn't that one. I can't remember what kind. It's a unique kind of car, I guess you would say. But yeah, I went to a taping of the Jay Leno show in Los Angeles in 2011. It was at NBC Studios in Burbank, and I was coming out, and the paparazzi was there because of Charlie Sheen at the time was going through a problem with whatever that show that he was on with cocaine and stuff. And so the paparazzi was like crazy there. But so I was about to leave, and they said, "Hey, just hang around. You know, Jay usually lets you take a picture and stuff and say hi and stuff." So I ran over, and he said, "Yeah, go ahead." And so I took my picture with him, and he's driving one of his, as you know, he's a car fanatic. Yeah, this like really cool looking car, but I don't remember the name of it.
I think he just decided to collect one of each.
I think so. Yeah.
Wow. Wow.
I was saddened when I learned that his show was going away. And I don't know if you noticed this. You probably wouldn't. On my, like I just started back going live again. And the name of my show is the number 2 Night Show with Larry and Ananda. It was based off of Jay Leno's show. It's the Tonight Show with Jay Leno. Ours is the 2 Night Show.
I was always a Letterman fan because I was from Indiana.
Totally, because he was before. What's his name? Johnny Carson.
Yeah.
I was before David Letterman. I was watching.
Now, Johnny Carson was from the Farm Belt as well. He was from.
I didn't know that. Oh.
He was from Nebraska.
Oh, okay.
But David Letterman went to Ball State, which was right. In fact, I almost went to Ball State to be a nurse.
Wow, cool.
And I didn't, and my sister did. And of course, my sister, she got into a whole lot more a job that makes a whole lot more money. She doesn't know how to spend it, but or maybe that's part of the problem is she knows how to spend it too well. But David Letterman also in the last, I want to say 15, maybe 20 years, he sunk a tank load of cash into Ball State and built a new building there for a broadcasting building.
Oh wow, cool.
And even though that's not what that's not what he
Are you okay, Bubba?
bit. Um, anyway, he built the broadcasting building there on Ball State University. Ball State University is in a little town called Muncie. Muncie,
Muncie, I've heard of Muncie because
Muncie,
it's an off name. So yeah, I've heard of that. Yeah.
yeah, Muncie, Muncie, Indiana. There's it used to be an automotive town, like so many in central Indiana, but like so many in central Indiana, the automotive side of it has gone. Now,
Yeah.
the university has kept it solvent for all.
We in Power, we just lost our major thing, a pulp mill.
The what?
The pulp and paper mill where
Oh,
we live.
really?
Yes, it was around for 100 years, and that was the major employer in the town here, and it just went down to recently to 200 or 300 employees, and now it just shut down for indefinite.
You know, a lot of the younger generation doesn't even know what a piston is, or what, I tell them that my father used to make alternators for all General Motors cars. And if the car was made in the 50s or in the 60s, my father made the alternators.
And that's what kept life going is that, in my opinion, this is just an opinion, my opinion, planned obsolescence ruined it all.
Yeah.
Planned obsolescence would have kept people going into work. Yeah, you might not have made billions of dollars. You might have made millions. It would have kept people working and going, but they put in this planned obsolescence, making it die faster so you can get more money and in a shorter amount of time, and it just ruined it. So that's just my own opinion about it.
Well, they made it more appealing to stockholders.
Yes, that's right.
Than to the middle class.
Yep.
And whenever that happened, Mexico, and I have nothing against Mexico,
Yep.
they need work too.
Of course.
But Mexico became much more appealing than American workers.
Yes.
And again, if anybody's on here and you're Mexican, I don't have one thing against the Mexican workers. I'm glad that American companies were there for the Mexican companies. But if they had played their cards right, they would have gotten this right for everybody, for the Mexican families and for the American
everyone.
Families. And everybody would have won. But it's just like you said, they were geared toward, a predicted failure, and then, okay, well, we need more parts.
We need more. We need another vehicle. We need another phone. We need another computer.
Yep. And it just didn't work. It did not work. And it killed the town I grew up in.
A lot of American towns. A lot. I watched so many documentaries, Papa. It's so sad seeing all these towns. If
you ever want to see something completely depressing, not that you need anything depressing, but there were 26,000 jobs in the town I grew up in. Jobs, not people, jobs. And now there's zero.
Yeah.
If you ever want to watch about Anderson, Indiana.
Heard of it? I've heard of that town. There's so many towns I've heard of, yeah.
Sure you have. It is the saddest tale in American history as far as industry becoming something great and building up a middle-class city.
Yeah.
Everything we needed or ever wanted was in Anderson. We could shop there. We could live there. We could work there. We could travel there. I mean, there was everything there, and now there's not. There's nothing.
Nothing. Yeah.
And so, I feel for my kids, because my kids think, oh, this is a pissant town, and it is. The only thing that's there now are some of the old old school restaurants that are famous for, oh, that place, the Lemon Drop. They have burgers that end all burgers.
That's who I would love to support is those old people that are still sticking around, fighting and for their livelihoods and stuff. Yeah, that's who
And
I
we
want.
do, and we do. When we go back there, we still go. Every time we go, we spend 3 or 4 days hitting every, we call them Anderson only restaurants, but we try to support our local businesses. Who else is on here? Who
No,
else?
no, that's good. We're all the same. No
We
new
got
ones yet.
Rob. We've got, let's
What
see,
is it? So what?
anybody, does anybody have a situation like that in your hometown? Anybody have a hometown that you grew up in, but it has really, really changed in the last few years? And if so, we want to hear about it. We want to hear about how. How has it changed? I don't know. I don't know. I'm trying to think about maybe I might move to Florida. I don't know.
Yeah, I would love to move to Florida.
I will tell you, I just saw um, the part of Florida that I love probably as much as any is Fort Myers and Naples and that area. But if a
What
hurricane,
makes it appealable to you?
uh, the beauty of the coast, the beauty of the sand. I will tell you, on up north along the Panhandle, the sand is actually softer and it's almost like powder.
Hmm.
It doesn't even feel like sand; it feels like powder.
The only sand that I experience is the sand here in our beaches here in Canada, uh, Santa Monica Pier, and Mexico. That's the only sand I've really experienced. You know what I mean? So
What
when you're
did
saying
the sand?
powdery sand, Mexico felt kind of powdery, I guess.
What did the sand where you were? What did it feel like?
Powder, much more powdery than where we are in Canada, like the beaches that I've experienced up here. I don't really remember Santa Monica Pier that well because that was the first time ever feeling warm water, warm-ish water, because this was September. So for most Americans, like Californians and stuff, it would have been way too cold for them. But for us Canadians, it doesn't matter. And then so when I went in September in the water, it's like, wow, the oceans are this warm because the Atlantic Ocean, where I was born, you walk in the water and within 5 minutes, even in the summer, your feet are numb because it's so freaking cold.
Where is the Santa Monica Pier that you're talking of?
It's Los Angeles.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
Okay, when I guess I'm confused. When were you there?
September 15th. Sorry. Well, yeah, September 15th, 2011.
2011. Okay.
That's when I went to the Jay Leno show. I was on the Price is Right show.
Oh yeah, yeah. Okay. That would be warmer for the West Coast.
Yes.
Now I will tell you two places that would exceed that in warmth. West or East Coast, like North Carolina, Myrtle Beach.
Though it's warmer.
It's warmer.
See, that's funny because that's the Atlantic, and where I'm from, where I'm talking about, it's the Atlantic, but it's far east in the Atlantic.
Yeah, but the Atlantic where you're talking about is way up north. You're talking
It's funny
about
how
like,
you say up north because I don't think of it like I know what you're talking about, but I don't think of it as a Canadian. I don't think of it being way up north. I just think, okay, it's same coast. It's
it is the same East Coast, but man, it's cold up there. I know where you're talking about, and it's cold.
Yeah. Like growing up, going to the beach, like it was in a lake, not the ocean.
Yeah, it's warmer when you get down toward North Carolina and the outer.
I always wondered. You finally gave me that answer.
And the Outer Banks, you know, the Outer Banks, and also Georgia, Jekyll Island, Georgia, Hilton Head Island, all that in there, and then also if you go even on down Florida's 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 East Coast,
Hmm.
Jacksonville,
Daytona.
Daytona, keep going on down toward Cocoa Beach,
Yeah.
Titusville, all that. Then, of course, on down to Fort Lauderdale, Pompano Beach,
Mm-hmm.
Miami, all that. That's warm down in there. But then, if you want even warmer, go around the other side
The
and
Gulf of Mexico.
go to the Gulf of Mexico
Gotcha.
any time of year. That's going to be warmer. It'll typically have, that'll typically be 80. It wouldn't be uncommon for that to be 80 any time of year.
It's like nice bath water. That's the only thing I can say in my case. It's like nice bath water.
I have been in the Gulf of Mexico off the coast of Naples when it was 90 degrees.
See, we got married in Mexico, which is the Gulf of Mexico as well.
Well, it was pretty close to that then.
And
Yeah,
it was 39, which was 90 something degrees the day of our wedding. We got married on the beach.
Wow.
And the only thing I don't like is they had hot tubs. I love hot tubs, but it needs to be cool air and then going into the hot tub, not 100 degrees outside and then going into the hot tub. Just doesn't. That's why Ananda's like I couldn't talk her into doing like a spa thing, a hot tub in, the Gulf of Mexico, like heat and hot tubs don't sound right.
I like hot tubs when it's snowing.
Oh, Papa, if you ever get a chance, come up to Canada, you need to go to Jasper National Park, not Banff, because it's all too busy. It's beautiful, like and everything, but it's way too touristy and stuff. Go to Jasper National Park. You need to go to the place called Mayette Hot Springs. It's nothing, extravagant. It's not no 5-star thing or anything, but it's the hot pools, and it snows up there in October, or like August, September, October, because they close in the end of October. And yeah, that's when it snows, big snowstorms, and you're sitting in that friggin' surrounded by snowy mountains, and then you get out of that and you jump into the cold pool and then right back into the hot pool again. Oh, I worked 2 summers at this resort, man. Oh, that is, and then you got the bears and the elk running through, and but
We had a place, we used to have a place up in central Wisconsin. It was near Christmas Mountain. It was a tourist area. The Wisconsin Dells was the name of the place, but we had a place close to Christmas Mountain, and they were going to build a new lodge on there, and they did. And it was going to open up for skiing, and I've never been one to ski. I was going to do the inner tube down the hill. That looked like fun to me. And I was kind of bummed out when my doctor told me, no, can't do that. Your heart can't take the pounding. So I was kind of bummed out. I thought, oh, this sucks. Well, we got up there, and it was freezing cold. It was like 15 degrees with a wind blowing. And I thought, oh, well, here come the snow. It was snowing. It was a snowing. And man, I stepped my toe outside and it was so cold. Then I went and got in that hot tub. And the snow was coming down all over my head, and I felt what felt like little pinpricks on my head,
Totally, yeah.
Oh my gosh, that was some kind of a magic.
Yeah, it's magical. It feels. out of this world. The feeling when you're sitting in the cool breeze of the cold, snowy thing hitting you.
Yeah.
You're above, like down here, down below, it's all hot and everything, and nice and warm and toasty, like mommy's hanging on to you. And,
Oh, it was wonderful. Got a strange magic.
man,
Dun, dun,
oh
dun,
wow,
dun, dun,
we're
dun.
aging ourselves now,
The
Papa.
way it was, man. And
Dun, dun.
I told mommy, I was like, "Oh my, this is well worth it. Whatever we spent to do this, this is just so worth it." And it was nice. And we just kept doing that for about half an hour until we got pneumonia. And I mean, it was just in and out. And then, we'd get overheated a little bit. And she's like, well, get out. And then 5 seconds later, I'd be cold. I'm like, I'm getting back in. I got back in and more little pins landing on my head. It was wonderful. And by then I was glad I hadn't made my way up to the top of the mountain for a bump and thump and ride down, because I don't think my heart would have taken it. And plus, I don't know. I don't know that I could have handled all that cold. I don't think I could have handled all that cold. And man,
Yeah, but Chicago gets cold. You would think you're acclimatized to Chicago.
I used to, because I used to get out a lot more.
Get out a lot. Okay, yeah, I see.
I
Yeah.
don't.
Okay,
I do
understand
not
that.
get out anymore. I used to love it. I grew up carrying papers when I was a boy. I always carried papers, and it's something. If I had to say I miss, I would. I really would. I miss that, but I don't know.
Speaking of Chicago and Wisconsin, I just got finished watching a Netflix series, Making a Murderer. I don't know if you heard of it, the Stephen Avery case.
I don't know that one.
Stephen Avery, him and his nephew were charged with, without going to graphic detail, killing a woman on their property. I can't remember exactly where they lived. Manitowoc County or something. I can't remember the name of the county.
What was it?
Manitowoc or
Manitowoc?
Yes, Manitowoc County.
That's over on the coast.
Yeah, so they owned a huge 40-acre car wrecking yard and stuff. And I guess somebody that worked for Auto Trader taking photos was murdered, and they charged him. And amazingly, previously to that, he was actually charged with something else where he spent 18 years in prison that he was wrongfully convicted. And so the whole series was based on him trying to fight this one here, saying that he didn't do it. But yeah, they were talking about Supreme Courts and everything going into downtown Chicago, and that all along the coast downtown. That looks, I don't know what you guys call it, like the waterfront there, going like walking. Oh, that looks breathtaking for me.
Well, that's if it's Chicago, that's Illinois. If it's Milwaukee, that's Wisconsin.
Oh, you just threw me for a loop there.
Well,
the reason why I'm saying Chicago is they had to go to Chicago for the Supreme Court. They took it all the way to the Supreme Court in the 7th District, I guess it's called, or whatever. They had to go there, and it was just it was like a huge roller coaster. One court would let them win, and the other court would deny them, and it was just back and forth, because what it was, this Stephen Avery was accusing the police department for being focused on him because it happened on his property, instead of really looking at a bigger picture, right? Because he was praying before. He was right in the middle of a $30-something million civil suit against the town of this, whatever, however you pronounce that town. It's hard to pronounce.
Manitowoc.
Manitowoc?
Manitowoc.
Manitowoc. Okay.
It looks like Manitowoc,
Yeah,
but
that's what.
it's pronounced. I'm going to send you. I'm going to send you something. I'm going to send you something on Facebook. You'll get a kick out of it. There's a spoof of a guy called Midwest Guy,
Mm.
and you'll get a kick out of it, or you may not. He makes fun of all the people, all the guys from the Midwest that talk like, oh, geez, there's the guy from the Midwest. He's talking like this. Let me find it in here. you'll
Oh,
get a you'll get a kick out of this guy. Let me find it. Manitowoc. Have you ever heard of Ozzy Man? Ozzzy.
Ozzy Osbourne?
Different Ozzy.
No.
I'll send you something from him later. Come on, where's this Manitowoc? I'm looking for it here in. You need to hear the funny stuff.
Got an email. What is it? Let's see. Group Cruise. Thank you for considering the Holiday Inn.
Got us a place?
Well, we're looking. So I put out what are they offering? So parking. Okay. Dear Larry, whether you're traveling to Miami for a little fun, blah blah blah, during your stay, we encourage you to enjoy the blah 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 blah. Okay, you're not giving me a price with this. Where's the price?
That means it's too high.
What did they say? Okay. Oh, 159. There it is. Yeah, 159 a night. We're delighted to extend the following special concessions. Group rates offered 3-day pre-post contracted dates. All-American breakfast at $17 per person, inclusive, must be prepaid. Sell parking at $15 per day. Complimentary high-speed internet. Complimentary state-of-the-art fitness center. Complimentary. What's up with this? They don't offer great group rates for these things. Oh, another one. Let's see. Who's this one? I'm getting all the proposals now like I knew I would because it's Monday.
Here we go.
What's this one? This is the Staybridge, Miami, Doral area. Group could embrace the comfort. Okay, what are they offering? Oh, 129. Oh, they're offering 129. Staybridge Suites, Miami, Doral area. Wherever the Doral. What's Doral? Papa? Do you know the Doral area in Miami? No?
I'm sorry, what?
Staybridge Suites, Miami, Doral area.
DORO?
DORAL. Doral.
Oh, Doral. I don't know.
Doesn't look too bad, but for 129 a night. And Tony just did a review because he stayed at the one by the airport. And he said they were great. Staybridge. Oh, what? Located in downtown Doral. Walking distance to City Place Doral for shopping, entertainment, and dinner. Minutes from the beautiful waters of the South Beach. Only 5 miles from Miami International Airport.
Where is Doral?
I'm still trying to figure that out.
I don't know where Doral is.
Well,
are we not friends on Facebook?
me and you? Of course we are. I have 2 of you. Now I'm going to look. I need to look where Doral is. I was calling it
I'm
Dorel.
trying to send this to you, and it's not.
So send it through Messenger.
I do not know how to do that. Let's see.
Okay, let's see. Doral.
Okay.
Doral. Doral, Florida. Oh, way over there. Oh, it's way up in there. Oh.
Messenger.
But for $129 a night.
Let's see.
Okay, so that's that one. Let's see. See if I got more. Oh, you still here?
Larry.
Yes, we're still here, V.
Larry.
Oh, she's at work. Oh, okay. This is the pre-retirement group here, V.
Larry. Okay.
Okay. While you're doing that, I'm checking my emails.
Send it. Okay. There we go. I sent you.
There, I got it, Papa. There we go.
Okay.
Tailgate with Charlie and Leroy Butler. Manitowoc.
But you'll hear him pronounce it Manitowoc.
Well, what? They're making the I silent?
Manitowoc.
Yeah, Manitowoc. Manitowoc is what you would think.
That's a local thing, Manitowoc.
Ah. I'll play it. Oh, wait. Here, let's hear it.
Book out called The Midwest Survival Guide, which is full of how to.
Oh, shoot. Closed the phone.
Folks, how you doing? Hey, as many of you know, I got this new book out called The Midwest Survival Guide, which is full of how-tos and tall tales and whatnots and recipes. Leroy Butler wrote one of the recipes in the book. So I was talking to Leroy, and I says, I don't know how I'm going to promote this. And he says, wait, what if we do a tailgate at Lambeau Field on January 2nd? I'll cook the game.
Oh, that's right. Green Bay's in Wisconsin. Yes,
duh. It's pretty easy. All you got to do is take a screen grab of the receipt of the book you bought, or just show me the book next to your face. Then I'll know you bought it. Unless you're like in a bookstore, then jeepers criminy. We're going to pick three of you to come. Three
of you.
Jeepers criminy.
Because Leroy's 36, and the 84th person because I was 84 back in the day. Third string split end, ladies and gentlemen. So send those receipts to Manitowoc Minute at
Manitowoc, yeah.
Saturday, November 20th.
Manitowoc.
Clears gin, real good. Till then, keep her moving and watch out for deer. And I'm really serious about that deer thing. They're hornier than heck right now. Okay?
Funny. I just got to check one more thing. My work email. Oh, there's a few in here. Okay, good. Oh, there's even can accommodate. Yeah, of course, because you don't like what I want. You want your $400 a night rate. What's this one? Even Hotels. What are they offering? They're offering $189 a night. Currently, we are not holding any rooms or meeting space, but gladly will upon your requests. Covered parking, $15 a day. This parking crazy thing. What's this one? Thank you for your interest in property. The Holiday Inn Port of Miami for your upcoming meeting. Unfortunately, at this time, we are unable to accommodate your request for the proposal. Yeah, that Holiday Inn at the Port of Miami, they want over $300 a night for a Holiday Inn.
$300 a night
for a Holiday Inn.
Like, is it a Holiday Inn? Is that a Holiday Inn Crown Plaza?
No, it's just Holiday Inn Port of Miami. It's just a regular, normal Holiday Inn that's close to the port.
We paid that before, but it was years ago, and it was a Crown Plaza.
I don't think it's a Crown Plaza. It didn't say that.
It would say that. It wouldn't. They wouldn't leave that to the imagination.
Where is it? Yeah, it just says the Holiday Inn Port of Miami.
Good grief.
300. Well, the last I looked, 318. They said they can't help us with the request because I put between $100 to $200 a night US. That's what I put for thing, because it sounds like a lot of people wanted to, go a little budget wise, not necessarily, 2-star, but they wanted it on a lower price range. So I put between 1 to 200. Which helps us out here because we also have to pay a little higher. So if I'm going 189 US, that's up in the $200 a night range for us, right? So that's why I put that. So, but a Holiday Inn is usually here, like a Holiday Inn. I was just looking at because I'm traveling in April. I need a park and stay here at our airport, and it was 176 a night. For one night and 7 days of parking.
US?
Canadian. So which would be roughly I'm going to guess 120, maybe even less than that, US a night. Do you know what I mean?
No.
Well, parking is 7 days. Well, if I park at the airport, if I do what a lot of people do, they'll go to the airport, park, and then go on their vacation and come back.
Oh, yeah.
That's 80 something dollars for 7 days of parking. And then you got to get your hotel on top of that, which brings it up over $200 a night. Well, this park and stay and fly, as it's called, I found it right. With total with 7 days parking came to 176
per night.
For the night plus the parking for 7 days. So when I come back from my trip, and shuttle. That includes the shuttle to and from the airport to this hotel, which isn't bad for
I didn't say that doesn't sound that bad.
So yeah, I know, but what I'm trying to say is a Holiday Inn, which is usually like a 2 or 3-star hotel. Well, 3 star. I'll give it a 3.5 star hotel. And they want $300 a night just because it's that close to the airport or the cruise port. Like,
yeah, that's location specific because
that's what it is. Yeah,
because that's not Holiday Inns are not that specific. Where you say, "Oh, it's a Holiday Inn," it's not like, "Oh, it's a Hyatt Regency." There, if it's a Hyatt Regency, it's a certain thing. But if it's a Holiday Inn, it may or may not be a certain thing.
It's okay. So one of the things why I'm saying this, excuse me, I take medications and I drink a lot, and that's my mouth's always dry.
Drink on.
Okay, here's the thing, Papa. When you're saying location, okay, I'm also in talks with another hotel, which is probably 2.5, 3 blocks away from the Holiday Inn, and they're offering $159 a night. The Eve Hotel, right 2.5 blocks. You can see the cruise port right from this hotel.
What's the name of it? The Eve?
Eve, YVE Hotel.
Never heard of that.
It doesn't have a pool, but like Cindy was saying, like that time of the year, October, there's not too many Floridians swimming in swimming pools in October.
The only pool I'm interested in at that time's on the ship.
Yeah, well, true, but it's because this is the meetup and stuff, and me and Anna, we love swimming. That's our thing. We love water, and but then she said, there's not going to be that many Floridians swimming at that time, so it's like, you know what? Okay, fine. I'll look into this Eve Hotel. It doesn't have a pool, and they're nice, smaller rooms, but we're just there for the night. It's not about having a massive, 17-bedroom hotel room for a little one-night party before we get on the cruise. So I'm looking at that. I'm waiting for this manager to call me back, and he's taken his very, very, very long time to get back to me, and I'm getting a little annoyed. A lot of these people aren't contacting me back when I've sent them messages, left voicemails, and just know it's not simple contacting these places.
People do what's inspected, not what's expected.
Yes. Mm.
Always.
So yeah, I do like this Eve Hotel because I do follow another YouTube another YouTube channel. I can't remember the name. It's a family channel. I think they live in Florida, and they stayed at the Eve Hotel before the cruise, and they liked it. Their room looked big, but they probably paid a little extra for like a higher end room. So V, they're thinking about doing an Airbnb. So V, wait a minute, V's on the cruise too?
I will tell you that a lot of the old, going back to like the 50s
Oh yeah, yeah.
and the 60s, hotel rooms back then,
The Don Johnson era.
well, they had like kitchenettes in them.
Well, this is what V's saying. She's talking about Airbnb usually comes with kitchenettes and stuff. Yeah.
Definitely, definitely. I can't tell you the time. And a lot of them had hard floors, like terrazzo floors.
Yeah.
A lot of them did not have carpet on the floor. That was always something to get used to. Whenever we went to Florida, my parents would put a bath towel down for me to sleep on the floor. And
when we were in Mexico, they had the cold tiled floor, and I loved it.
I never knew what a terrazzo floor was when I moved to Florida back in 1990. I said, "What's a terrazzo floor?" And my dad said, "You've slept on a terrazzo floor." I said, "I have?" He said, "That's what we always put you on when you were a little boy, when we went to Clearwater." And I said, "That was terrazzo?" He said, "Yeah." And it was like a kind of a tile, speckled tile or something. And sure enough, it was. And we got there to the place we were living in Florida, and it was a speckled tile floor, and we did just fine. The only thing is we had to keep it swept, but that was no big deal.
I'm used to staying in hotels with carpets.
What's
So when we went to Mexico,
I was too. We are thinking Airbnb. Okay, we're thinking Airbnb. Wait, is V?
that's what I was asking. V, are you on the cruise too? I didn't get clarification on that.
A few days before. Oh, that's what you were talking about.
See, you were just saying Clearwater, Papa.
Yeah.
There's talk of about a meetup there after the cruise.
Well, we're flying out of Milwaukee. I mean, out of
Milwaukee,
Miami. So
Miami.
We'll have to get back. I wish we could have planned that out a little bit. We've got friends we could have stayed with over there.
Clearwater?
In Clearwater, sure.
See,
We got friends everywhere. Plump, we've got people everywhere.
Well, that's one of the benefits of being a social person. You get to meet a lot of friends.
Well, you got to realize we spent before she ever met me. Her dad was a traveling evangelist.
Oh wow!
She spent her whole life, the first 18 years, traveling for a living, and then when she met me, we spent a few years traveling for a living. I spent as in a band traveling for a living. So there was people in every aspect of our lives. And we also had people in our home all the time. We had pretty much a revolving door in our home. Wow. And even still, if somebody would call us and say, "Hey, I'm coming through. Do you mind if we stay with you?" Not a problem. Not a problem. We have that revolving door mentality. Kind of.
So yeah, there's talk of having a little meetup in Clearwater.
Clearwater is a gorgeous city. I will tell you, if you go, well, no, it'll be
I'm
too
thinking
late.
about like we were going to spend some time afterwards because we've never been to Florida, right? So you want to experience, get the most out of Miami as well, right? So that's an extra port for us, right? You know what I mean? So the thoughts are is go down on the 14th, you know what I mean? Fly in on the 14th, stay the night, go on the cruise, and then after stay a few days. So Sean and Alana, they're leaving on the 27th, but they're going up to Fort Myers. They have friends in Fort Myers or friends or family in Fort Myers, right? And then they're going up to what do you call it? Where is it?
Punta Gorda.
With Matt and Kimbra.
In
Fantastic
Punta
video.
Gorda? Are they going to Punta Gorda?
No, but ironically that you said that because Ananda watches this YouTube makeup things. She's really into makeup live feeds.
Punta Gorda, that's where Nancy lives. Nautical Nurse Nancy.
That's where she moved to?
Yeah. And
Oh,
I will
wow.
tell you, Punta Gorda is just north of where
Fort Myers.
the Watkins live. Well, yeah, Fort Myers, but also Cape Coral.
Yes. Like when I heard all this stuff, then I started saying, holy frig, everybody lives really close within that area.
Well, Cape Coral is just over the bridge from Fort Myers. Cape Coral's on the north side of the bridge, and Fort Myers is on the south side of the bridge. And by the way, I might recommend if you get that direction, go to Al Capone's pizza joint. Get the pizza. You'll thank me later.
I love pizza, Papa.
Extra sauce. You'll thank me later.
I don't do the sauce. I don't do the extra sauce.
I am so sorry to hear that.
I remember I told you I want a Chicago deep dish, but with less sauce.
Oh man,
I don't do a lot of saucy stuff. I don't like lots of saucy and drippy and cheesy. Oh, if you want to put a whole friggin' pail of friggin' cheese on top,
I have a feeling they would just do it for you. They are. Wow, that is some.
Again, my very favorite slice of pizza I ever had was $5, and it was at Safeco Field in Seattle. I was at a ball game. Blue Jays, let's go Blue Jays. CV, you know that you're a Blue Jays fan. I can almost bet. Blue Jays against the Seattle Mariners, but this slice of pizza they had, OMG, like it was like a huge slice where you had to fold it in two to do the, I don't know what New Yorkers do. They what's this? Extra sauce is go Blue Jays, yeah. Let's go Blue Jays. Take me out to the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and crackers. Oh, I can't sing.
That is where Cape Coral is where Dwight and Heather live.
Yes, sorry.
They live there. We stayed with them, in fact.
Yeah, well, Sean and Alana, they're friends with Dwight and Heather, right? You know
yes, that's
and
right.
Matt and Kimbra, so they're going to stay with Matt and Kimbra. And then Cindy and Doug said they might go to Clearwater, and we'll all meet up there and maybe get the Degenerate Cruisers involved, and Tony and Jenny involved. And
who's this Matt and Kimbra?
They're Fantastic Studios. They work at the Tampa Bay Aquarium.
How about that? I don't recognize the name or the MO.
Yeah, they frequent a lot of Sean and Alana's live feeds.
Okay.
Well, not just they frequent live feeds.
Okay.
But they're a cruising channel. And so yeah, there's just talk of that. So I think it would be a cool idea. Like, I don't need to stay with any of the YouTubers. And truthfully, I'm actually not comfortable staying at someone's home. I have a weird, if I may say this, Papa, my life's an open book, and I want people to understand who I am. When I was young, I did crime. I did 4 months in juvenile detention, had a bad time, anything. And so I just lost train of thought because I looked at the GI.
You were talking about you're not comfortable staying at people's
Staying
homes.
homes. I used to break into people's homes. I did when I was young. And
Well, you're always welcome here because we have.
No, I totally understand it. But like even going to my mother-in-law's home, I am very uncomfortable being by myself. It's a mental thing, Papa. Okay, so what happened was when I was young, like 16 years old, I'm breaking into people's homes. I didn't have the care in the world that it was wrong, all that kind of stuff. My mom was there trying to talk me out of things. When I went and did this 4 months in juvenile detention, I almost had to fight almost every single day, Papa. Fights. I had my nose bashed in, blood doing its thing. It was a very rough time, right? Like, and so that's what changed me. That's changed me into a person that I am today. That I haven't done crime since. Do you know what I mean? And that's all part of it. So it's a mental thing. When I'm into your home, let's say I go into your home, I feel like I'm way back in when I was going into somebody else's home that I've never been to before. Do you know what I mean? I broke into I did something, and I also know what the feeling is because somebody broke into my home and went through my stuff, and it's disgusting feeling and all that. So it's basically a mental thing that if I go to your house or anybody's home, I'm going to feel uncomfortable. It's not that I won't stay at your house. Like I've stayed at my mother-in-law's, right? It's just, there's that very uncomfortable feeling. So we just always when we're doing our things, we'll just rent a hotel, and it's nothing against anybody. It's just a comfort zone, for each other, right?
Well, always let me set your mind at ease. We keep weapons in the house, and my daughter and I both know how to use them.
Mm-hmm.
So if you try to steal something, we'll shoot you in the arm. You don't have to worry about stealing anything. Nothing will get out.
Oh, by the way, I know how to use a gun too, just so you know. So don't leave them in front of me, okay?
Mary doesn't look like she knows how, but she does. No, I understand, and everybody's different. Everybody's different in that return. Not everybody has stayed in 100 different homes. I have. There's times when my wife.
That right there's a gun right up in there in that little thing. Okay, right up there above my ear.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there's a gun in there.
I got you. But my wife, she has not stayed in the number of homes that I have. There's times when she's just like, yeah, I'm not feeling this. Or if someone's coming and she doesn't feel it, she'll just tell me, I don't feel this one. And if she says that to me, I say, well, okay, well, then we'll have a chat with them and tell them, they'll be responsible to find their own place. I would rather do that than leave it for assumption.
Yeah.
I would rather, have the conversation that's necessary. I didn't get that gene. I can't see what's all being on his mind.
Larry, I feel your pain. Mine is I don't want to impose. She's got a little laugh going on there.
Oh, okay. I don't want to impose. That sounds like my mother.
So that's part of my thing as well. It's not wanting to impose, and it's really not even fully that. It's just easier, like without second thought. Okay, let's just rent a hotel room. It's not all that stuff, but I do know if I stay at somebody else's home, I'm feeling very mentally uncomfortable. It just brings me back to that. It's like a trauma. As I said to my live feed last night, Papa, I was just diagnosed with BPD, borderline personality, based on a lot of traumas, and that was one of them, right? And so it's not the person. It's got nothing to do with the person. It's got to do with my own feelings being in some, like, ironically, the background behind me, as you know, it's a green screen thing going on. It's not my home. That's not a real home. I feel uncomfortable looking at that mentally because I've learned it was repent. You know what repentance is. and that's what I've done, you know. And so when I was young and I did that hard time, I changed my life. I grew a conscience, and looking at stuff like it just reminds me, it's like it's not feeling sorry for myself or getting angry. It just keeps reminding me of what I did wrong. It was bad for me to do that. And again, it's just a mental thing, right? You know.
My wife worries about me walking out in the crowd naked.
See, I can
She
do that.
she worries about me, walking down the hallway to get to the bathroom without anything on. She's like, "What if you get in the hall and don't have one stitch of clothing on?" I'm like, "So?" She's like,
Oh yeah, I feel the same
"See?"
way.
She's like, "See there? I rest my case. You got to get help." I don't know. I don't. I told her half of Lake County has seen my naked rear end. I really have given up caring who sees me naked anymore. But
Do you remember a time when you were afraid to publicly speak?
uh, maybe, maybe when I was a boy, um, perhaps I'm not, I'm not certain on that, but perhaps when I was 10 or 11, maybe, um, and it was at church. It wasn't at my school. I don't ever remember being afraid of it at my school, but it seems like at church may have been a spot because there was a lot of time or times that I felt like I couldn't do enough good to get it right uh, at my church. You know what I mean? Kind of like the doctrine of the Pharisees
Mm-hmm.
couldn't, you know. And it was something that my parents had no ability to help me with.
Mm.
They loved me and they tried to encourage me, like, "Oh, son, you can do this," like that. But they didn't have biblical knowledge to
Mm.
say, you can do anything through Christ who strengthens you. It's promised you. They
Mm.
didn't have that biblical knowledge. They were just good church going people like that.
Same with my mom. Yeah.
Yeah. And they were fine people, don't get me wrong. But I didn't really have a good foundation with that. And they couldn't help me. And that may have been, and I'm trying to think of a specific time when I did get hung up. Right offhand, I can't think of a specific incident where I got hung up.
Mm.
Um, if I did, that would have been where it would have been the church rather than my school. Because at school, I always felt comfortable, and at school also was the stage, and I always felt comfortable on stage, always.
That explains a lot to the person that you are, from what I've learned about myself.
Well, I mean, I'm hoping this is a good thing. Yeah.
Oh, it is. No, totally. The reason why I'm saying that, Papa, in order to stand in front of people and talk like we're doing right now, you need to have some sort of confidence in yourself. That
Absolutely.
It's okay. It's okay to stand here and talk. The reason why I asked that question is when I was young, I was bullied. So I had a lot of mental stuff of being afraid to talk to people, to look people in the eye. I'm looking at you right in the eye, even though it doesn't look like, because I'm looking off to the side at the picture of you. I'm looking at you in the eye. I could not do that before. Could not. Like, and again, I didn't have the parents helping me, all that kind of stuff. Just she was just a godly woman, right? And so I had a lot of fears to talk to people, and over the time, it's amazing. God, I'm going to say it right now. God is responsible for helping me to come out of that shell. There is so many things, including having a hard time in jail, ending up in homeless shelters. All this stuff in my life has allowed me to be able to talk in this very I have no fear. It doesn't matter if it's 100 or 1,000,000 people. I have no fears. I could stand in like Wembley Stadium in the UK and talk to a crowd. I have zero fears. There might be the little nervousness of, okay, it's the normal little bit of jitters. I'm sure you've gotten that sometimes doing your ministry, but over however many years you did it, I'm sure you got over that part. You didn't, or?
You know, the church is a little bit more, there's a little bit more pressure with that than there is with the.
I told you I had that pressure before, but anyway, sorry.
Yeah, and it's because you, me, well, whoever, we want to get that right.
We want to get it right. That's right.
If we mess up a word to a song, not a big deal. And
but if you get that scripture wrong,
but man, if we say something that's offline and out of kilter with the word of God, we're like, oh God, I totally did not just say that. Did I just say there were 13 apostles? No way.
No.
You know, I did not just say that. And then, you know, realizing that, yeah, you did. But we don't want to get anything like that wrong. And we feel the weight of the gospel on us. And that is a good thing in a way. It keeps us tight, tight to the message and tight to the intent of the message. But it can't keep us so tight that it has us bound and totally, you know, just totally tied up to where we can't get our message across. But I think, you know, like you say, if you can get your message across to Wembley Stadium or whatever stadium you're in.
For me right now, like last night, it's been a while. I've been away from doing this for a while, so I am slightly nervous, and I'm messing up. I know I'm messing up, but it's okay. Once I get back to not remembering how everything was and what I need to do, and then growing from on top of that you usually do, that little bit of nervousness that I have right now will go away. It's, you know what I mean? And so this is God. I'm so grateful and thankful that he's brought, because seriously, Papa, I could not look at you in the eye. If I seen that somebody's looking at me, I looked away. Like could not be, like Ananda says, no way, no, because she didn't see the old Larry. She only sees the outgoing, sociable guy.
Well, you know, here's the thing too. I did not realize I would have tried to rearrange my day. I didn't realize that that this much important was on this particular show that you were doing. I wish you'd let me know, and I would have rearranged my schedule to been able to be up at 10 o'clock or 9 or whatever it was, and been there with you.
Well, I didn't really say all of it. I just touched on why I took a break and what I have in store in the future. That's really what I was saying. And I'll go off on a little, and I got to bring her right back because I have ADHD, right? So I got to bring her back. And so, yeah, but eventually I'm not going to talk in detail, but my channel is about inspiration, right? I can't save anybody. Only he can save, right? And so, but what I've learned working with the homeless and all that kind of stuff is we have the ability to lead a horse to the water, but it's up to them to drink. Well, the important thing is making that effort to help somebody to get to the drink of water, right? And so the way I see with my channel is I want to tell people what I've went through. I'm not trying to glorify or ask for any glory or anything. It's just what I've found is when I seen somebody going through a struggle, I kind of relate to it, and it, you kind of get the idea, and then it helps them to change, because it did for me, right? And so that's what I want to do. I want to show people, you know what? I have disability. I have arthritis. I have bad backs, bad knees, and I have BPD. I have ADHD and ABC and DFG. No, I'm kidding. I want to show everybody that, because a lot of people say I suffer from ADHD. Well, I don't suffer. I just deal with it and I live with it. And so it's just about encouraging and showing people, look, I'm walking up those stairs. I'm going to go up, well, not the Great Wall of China right now. I'm not capable of walking up the Great Wall of China, but, going to Aruba or something. I'm sure there's going to be something. If somebody knows that I have bad knees, per se, and I can't walk long, we know between me and you what's going on. If they see that, they can relate to it and think, wow, he's doing it. Maybe I can go out and travel the world. And it's not directly helping people, but maybe it might be able to. And I'm putting an effort forward to at least inspire someone. And I'm not looking for anything. God works through us to do all that work, right? so no, the last one. I have OQV. I guess that's an inside joke that was being said last night on my live.
Okay. I can't see much. My eyesight today is crummy. I'm not sure why.
All good. I'm wearing my actual prescription glasses, but they're not really for computers. I bought these ones here for my computer.
Oh, but, for readers?
These are real prescription glasses, and they clean easier. V, can you explain to Papa what that OQV stands for? Oh. Papa, do you know what BIDET is?
Live your truth, yes.
V has been quite inspiring for me as well. Like, she's, and that's the way I live, Papa. Just say it the way it is. Be real.
Did we establish a minute ago that V is going to be at the
yes,
at the
cruise
on the cruise?
Yeah.
So I'll get to meet her, eh?
Yeah.
Oh, excellent.
Hey, Papa, you're doing really good. You just said A.
I say that all the time.
Oh, look at
all
this.
the time, and the people from Alabama think I'm from Canada.
Honorary Canadian, Papa.
Girl from Alabama that I was trying to get the jet ski from. She's like, "Oh, are you from Canada?" I was like, "No, I'm from Chicago."
I'll have to get. Oh wait, I have a Canadian flag tattoo.
Oh, you got a flag? Okay.
I have to get you a fake one for you, Papa.
PQV, what's that?
V has to explain the whole PQR TSDs. P, then Sean. It's an inside joke with Sean. V is French. And last night she was talking about, how Sean says good day, like in Aussie. Well, she's French, and she used the word bidet instead of good day.
Bidet?
Bidet, BIDET.
Oh, bidet.
You know what a bidet is, right, Papa?
Yes, I do.
So that's what it's an inside joke with her and Sean. And so now she's saying P, then Sean asked if I found a Q, but I'm V. That is the joke.
You know, I'm going to have.
I will pinch you cheeks.
I'm going to have to get caught up on all these inside jokes if I'm going to last with all the foreigners coming over. We got the Aussies, we got the Canadians.
Sarah and Glenn, which I just found out it looked like he was a DJ at one point, which is really cool to me.
Are they for sure coming?
Yeah, they're booked already.
I like them.
Yeah, Sarah and Glenn.
They sent me, they sent me a mug from
Travel Tour Taste.
Where?
Travel Tour Taste is the name of their channel.
Yeah, but they were in.
That place that they went for.
They were in Bulgaria.
Yeah.
And then a couple weeks later, on their way home, they got trapped in Malta. And I got a mug from Malta.
Oh, I didn't hear that they were trapped in Malta. Oh, wow.
It was part of their route home.
Wow.
And it was during that COVID mess. And I got a mug from there.
All right. I need to get my my camera to focus in there. There. It was.
Oops, I will pinch.
Opa! I will pinch your cheeks.
Opa! We've got friends here that own a Greek restaurant, some good friends of ours, and
oh,
I love Greek potatoes.
Oh, love, that's what we're having tonight. We're having Greek potatoes. I actually had them a few weeks ago, and they turned out perfect. And yeah, thank you. Thanks. That's what we're having tonight.
Does anybody on the ship, do they make those?
On the ship?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm still a cruise virgin, Papa.
Oh, that's right. Forgot about that.
I'm a foodie.
I've cruised, but they were both Royal Caribbean.
Yeah.
One was in 2008 and one was in 2014. So it's been a spell.
Oh, yeah. The year me and Ananda got married. One sec, Papa. I just got to grab Ananda my water bottle. And don't worry, I'm decent. Thank you, love.
That is a beautiful living room.
I actually don't think I could live in the house that big, Papa. I don't do big. I like cozy.
I like cozy, but I grew up in a 900 square foot home.
That's what we're in right now. 928 square feet, 2-bedroom mobile home.
My dad's lived there since 1960. It's the only home we've ever owned, but my wife, who grew up in a mobile home and who traveled in a recreational vehicle all her adult life, she for some reason thinks she needs 3,000 square feet. Because that's what we had when we lived at a place in Arkansas.
Wow.
We had 6 bedrooms and 2 kitchens 2 kitchens, 3 bathrooms. It was insane. And had 2 separate garages. It had a mother-in-law quarters built on one end of the house. Had a courtyard. It was glamorous. And ever since, she's felt like that's what we need to be living in. And we'll never have that again. I don't want that again. It was too much. It was too much to take care of.
I was just going to comment to that because we live in this 928 square foot mobile home. And since I've rented all my life, Papa, all my life. So it was always apartments. Yes, we've had some big apartments, like 3-bedroom, 4-bedroom apartments, but it's always been renting. But now I own my own home. There's no way I would ever want anything like this behind me. Anything breaks, you're spending thousands and thousands. Like for my roof alone, right now, I'm putting a roof on there. There's $6,000 just to put on a roof. right? You know, it's not cheap being a homeowner, right? So anything, you there? One sec, Papa.
Give me a break. I got to run for a second.
Okay.
I'll be back.
That's it? No, I'm done. I'm just grabbing my water. Oh, okay. I'm gonna have to entertain V. V, you want a recipe for what is it? Greek potatoes. Greek potatoes are usually just parboiled potatoes to basically half done, basically. And then you take them and then you put them in a saute pan with some garlic, some butter, some lemon juice. Really, that's the simplest basic Greek potato. There's other recipes. There's so many different ways you can do it. But that's just the easiest way to do it. Without giving you a recipe, I don't have a recipe. I just throw it together. And so, so what I did, I just cut some potato up. And actually, I didn't even parboil them this time. Yeah. I put the, oh, wait, sorry. There is one other ingredient, and that was chicken stock. Oui, madame. So parboil the potatoes up to cut them up, parboil them halfway, drain them, put them into a saucepan with some butter, chicken stock. Well, saute them a bit to brown them with some garlic, and then you add in the lemon juice, the chicken stock, and then you saute them. You saute it like you let it with the cover on because it steams the potatoes. And you just let it reduce the liquid down to basically nothing, really. That's the way I do it. And then you add a little bit of butter and you saute them, and I put them there. That's the way I make them, but there's other things there. Dream on Wheels, welcome in. Just to let you know, Papa just stepped away. I'm one of Papa's mods, so I thought I would keep the show going while he stepped out. Welcome in. Dream on Wheels. I'm not 100% sure. I don't remember where you are. Where are you at right now? I'm in Canada, just 3 hours north of Vancouver, in a small little landlocked town where you have to take, what is it, one ferry, what is it? The first ferry is 40 minutes, then you got an hour and a half drive, and then we got a 55-minute ferry ride, and then it's another half an hour from the ferry to get into Powell River. Oh, there's Najuma. I can't do anything other than just talk. Hey, no problem, V. I can get you a recipe. That was just my own little thing because when I cook, I just throw everything together. Houston, Texas. Oh, nice. Nice and hot area. We just got, let me see. Oh, is it still snowing? Yeah, it's still snowing. So we just got, I'm going to guess, maybe 7 or 8 inches of snow. Yeah, and it normally doesn't snow here. I'm from the east coast of Canada where it gets feet of snow. Here it barely gets inches, and yeah, it's been snowing all night. So, well, it's been wet the last couple of days. Well, I guess you guys would enjoy. Yeah, you would love snow. Of course, I understand, and I'm the opposite. I would love to have some sunshine because we're in our rainy season right now. It starts basically in September, and like we'll have like 7 or 8 days of rain, and then you'll get maybe a half day to a day of sunshine, and then it's like another 8 or 9 days of rain and stuff. And so it's sunshine would be really nice right now. 8 degrees Celsius this morning for UV. It is. I'm going to check my temperature right now. It is. Let's see. So for us Canadians, it is 0 degrees. Feels like -1 with light snow. And for the Fahrenheit guys, it is 32 degrees feels like 30. Yes, what do we get? What's it saying? Snow expected through this afternoon. Total snowfall amounts to 5 to 15 centimeters near the water, up to whatever outside of that. So there you go. Oh, there's Ashley. Hi, Ashley. Welcome in. Just to let you know, Papa stepped away, so I'm just temporarily moderating the show. All I can do is just talk. So welcome in. I remember you. Just not the sudden blizzard we get. Yes, I heard that. That is so weird hearing snow in Texas. Like when I saw that, Texas getting snow, and then something else is weird is Hawaii just got a blizzard warning. Hawaii getting snow? I've never heard of it. I'm 50 years old. I've never heard of Hawaii getting snow. Hi. Oh.
All right.
No way. 75? This Dream on Wheels that just come in, Papa, they're in Houston. It's 75 degrees.
Dream on Wheels.
And
What?
Ashley, that used to be Ashley's World, is now Ashley's Ratliff. She just came in.
Ashley Ratliff. Okay. And Dream on Wheels. It's 75. Oh my gosh. Where?
Yeah, we're talking about the snow that we just got here, Papa. We got like 5 to 7 inches of snow here.
Well, I think we're supposed to get some, but we haven't gotten any to speak of yet. But
yeah, it's funny. The people that live in hot and warm places, they want the snow, and people like us, we want to get away from the snow.
Well, I think it's all relative.
Yes.
So
what it is where I was from, is because I had a vehicle, all that kind of stuff, and you have driveways and stuff. So what happens is if you get, a foot of snow, which back east you get a lot of snow, the snowplow would come along and plow your driveway in. So you have to go out and shovel it. You get that all done, and then the friggin' snowplow comes along and has to do that. And then there's the driving around anywhere you have to go. If you're in a big city, it's dangerous. You can get into this, and if it's got hills, it's much more dangerous. So I lived that all my life. And so that's why I moved out west here in Canada. It's one of the warmest places in Canada, even though we still get snow here. Not much, but yeah. So Dream on Wheels is in Houston, excuse me, where it's always hot. So I'm sure.
Oh, Dream on Wheels is in Houston? That's Houston, okay.
Yeah.
But the wetness makes it feel cooler. Okay.
That what's funny is, like when we went to Mexico, I love tropical rain, because here our rain, which rains for days and days and days and days. Actually, last winter, no, the winter before, it rained for a month straight. Just every day, rain. Like you don't get to see the sunshine, and it's depressing, right? That's why there's a lot of people here that uses those SADS lights, seasonal defective disorder, whatever it's called,
seasonal affective disorder.
Yeah, and so actually, for a while, I had to use it because I also deal with depression right now. Although I'm pretty good, actually. That's why I was able to come back on live. So I'm not really having issues with depression.
Well, put a bum rush on your vitamin D. That helps.
Please?
Vitamin D?
Yeah, help me with the vitamin D. Help me.
Oh.
And vitamin E, too.
Yeah. What's it say?
Tropical rain is a shower, no? You know what? I'm going to leave that there. Yes, it's nice. It's really nice to deal with tropical rain.
I have heard that tropical rain is just like a golden shower.
I was going to leave that comment there, Papa.
I mean, no, is it?
So,
I mean, far be it from me. My wife.
What really funny that rolls right in with this is the question that's sitting up there right now.
My wife.
God.
My wife says
9 o'clock in the morning. Oh, there we go. There it goes. Darn.
Yes.
Too late. Genie's out of the bottle.
My wife says, "Oh, you're so innocent. You make me want to puke." Vitamin D. Tropical.
See, that's what it. I saw that right away, and that was the first thing to come to mind. But I was going to leave it. But you guys all brought it out.
I'm in the wrong stream now. This is a good stream.
What was you going to say?
I'm going to have some lasagna, but not right now. It's getting near lunchtime, though.
It is so weird when you say lasagna, and I'm looking at my clock. It says 9 o'clock, and you hear lasagna at 9 o'clock. It just doesn't ring a. It doesn't ring.
Well,
good.
I typically take lunch at 11.
Well, actually, I wanted to go to get a Tim Hortons coffee. Yeah, I was waiting until Ananda gets up. She just got up, but she goes back. As she calls it, I'm going back to lay down for a millisecond, and then she gets up. But this is a little longer than a millisecond.
I have never had. All my friends talk about Tim Hortons this and Tim Hortons that, but I have never had it.
But didn't you say you're not a coffee drinker?
No, I'm not a coffee drinker at all. I don't like the flavor of it. It's very bitter to me, but I love the smell of it through the house. I love coffee in the morning. But I can't discern. I have no discernment for what makes Dunkin' Donuts so special over Krispy Kreme or Tim Hortons, as it were. All the different, I know a lot of people around here prefer Dunkin' Donuts or Starbucks, one of the two.
A Dunkin' Donuts is basically like a Tim Hortons kind of deal, like the same kind of concept. No, it's not the same flavor, but it's the same kind of concept. That's what Tim Hortons is, really.
Yeah.
But I don't think does Dunkin' sell sandwiches and soups?
They do sell sandwiches. They don't, to my knowledge, the one here does not sell soups.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
They sell sandwiches for breakfast, and also I think they've started carrying sandwiches for lunch as well. That their sandwiches don't look that good to me, but I don't know. I can't say I've had one, so maybe that's an unfair judgment,
Wonderful person just came in. Hello, Victoria.
Well, that's our friend Victoria May, all the way from the great state of Oregon. We're so glad to have her.
Victoria, just to let you know, I saw that you came in as I was shutting down the live feed last night, so it's okay. We can't be everywhere. There's only one person that can be anywhere, and that's God.
Oh, man. And we keep him hopping, don't we?
Yep. What's it? See here, they argue over if Krispy Kreme or Shipley's. Never heard of Shipley's, so that's an interesting thing.
Krispy Kreme or Shipley's has the best donuts.
Yeah. Victoria's in Washington, close to Oregon.
Right. What'd I say? Did I say Oregon?
I'm just going by her comment down there.
Yeah, you're right. I goofed.
I always think she's in Oregon myself.
No, it's close. I always remember she's close to Oregon.
Yeah.
I always remember Oregon because Oregon, you're not allowed to pump your own gas.
Where?
In Oregon, you can't pump
Really?
your own gas. Yeah, it's the state law there. But I always think of her, and I think, now
Wow.
wait, Dream on Wheels has an interesting thing. See here, they argue over if Krispy Kreme or Shipley's has the best dog nuts. Now, somebody let me in on this secret. What's going on here?
See, I don't know Shipley's. I'm assuming Shipley's is another donut shop, franchised donut shops in Texas. It might be. I don't know the name, so I'm not familiar. But Krispy Kreme is a franchised. It's up here in Canada. It's everywhere. And I
Krispy
love
Kreme
Krispy Kreme donuts. I
Krispy
love Krispy Kreme.
Kremes, that is my favorite. I love Krispy Kreme's donuts. Now, I've never heard of Shipley's dog nuts.
Yeah, no.
Tell me what's going on
I
here.
was avoiding that one too, Papa. You always catch on to those things.
Well, they're like grass. They're so plentiful. They're ready to be picked.
Yeah. You know what my favorite Krispy Kreme donut is?
What?
The one where the light's on.
Oh, the hot now? Yeah, absolutely.
I don't know if they all do it, but when that light's on, you get a free one.
They said it's from 5 to 6 a.m. and 5 to 6 p.m. is what they said. But our one here in Gurnee went out of business.
Najuma is going.
Najuma, what?
She has to go.
Go do laundry. Najuma, we love you, girl. You come back and see us if we're still on.
Have a great day, Najuma.
I'm getting ready to take lunch in a little bit, so I might not be here. So
we're gonna be. And I hear Ananda getting up now. She's probably gonna be up now. We're gonna go to Tim Hortons. So your favorite is when the red light. Of course.
Oh my gosh! Somebody needs to send Ananda an alert that you're loose in British Columbia somewhere.
She can hear you, Papa. She has really good ears.
I'm going to get Shelly to text her and fill her in on what's going on. Of course, if I do that, then Shelly's going to bust me up. So, what is this bacon?
See, this is something I wanted to comment on. I'm a foodie, and I'll always try something once. And I love bacon, and I love donuts, but I've never tried a donut with bacon, and I've always
I will tell you, since you brought up the bacon issue, that is something that the Dunkin' Donuts here came up a couple of years ago with the maple icing, with the maple icing.
With the bacon.
With the bacon on top. And it wasn't as bad as it sounds. It wasn't, I won't call it good, but it wasn't bad either. I don't know that I would get it again because I like the plain Krispy Kreme donuts. But there's no Krispy Kreme around here anymore, so there's that,
And I live in such a small town that we'll never get a friggin' Krispy Kreme.
We're
lucky to have a McDonald's, A&W, a Dairy Queen, and a Subway.
Is that where you go? Where do you go for donuts?
Tim Hortons.
There's our friend Victoria. Hi, sweetie.
Hi, Papa.
How you doing?
I have a question. Maybe Larry can answer for me. I was going through all my videos, my lives today, and I have a lot of videos that are saying copyright claim on them. Now, I put in disputes and I explained to them why I'm disputing it. Is because, for one, I take a lot of time searching out non-copyright, not royalty-free videos to use in my videos. So I should not be getting copyright claims. To my karaoke videos, the ones where there is absolutely no background music whatsoever. It is simply people singing. And I've gotten copyright claims on those also. And one of them is my niece singing. and they put a copyright claim on her singing. And so I trimmed some of them before I thought about it. And I thought I shouldn't be getting copyrights on these people. It's not like they're playing, you can hear them playing music in the background. It's simply their voices. But I did put some disputes on some of them. Some are Millie from Weekend RVing singing, and she's got her earbuds in. It's obvious there is no background. And it's not like they're professional singers either. Yes, they sing beautifully, but they're not professionals. And so I don't understand why I'm getting, a lot of copyright claims on different videos.
So I'm no expert in copyright, and I can't stand it. So I do not touch any other music other than Epidemic Sound. That's I pay for a subscription, and I'm safe to know that, hey, I'm not going to get one of those copyright claims, because I've had them before. One of our wedding videos, I put a couple copyrighted songs, and I'm thinking, okay, well, what's going on? I created and I changed it, but it's not. So anything, I'm not allowed to sing a song that's copyrighted. Doesn't matter what it is. You're not allowed to play like I can't play whatever on my recorder a copyrighted song. Even though you're not professional, you're not allowed to play the song, because what it is, the algorithm is picking up the sound and the way it's being played. Please. And it's the same with singing. That's why you're getting the copyright things. It's because you're seeing like Jingle Bells is not copyrighted from what I understand. Now that's debatable, I guess. But if I start singing "It's Tearing Up My Heart," if I go a lot farther than that, then he could get copyrighted. If I go a long way into singing it,
that almost makes me want to give up on my karaoke. It really does.
Huh?
It almost makes me want to give up my karaoke channel.
What I suggest is look a lot more into, like, going through a lot of YouTube videos and understanding how that works, because there's what he's saying in that. Do you know, like, I don't think you watch a lot of cruise videos, do you?
A lot of what?
Cruise videos.
No.
Okay. So on cruises, Papa would know, on cruises, here's where you would think, well, why are you getting a copyright? So they have a sail away party, and they're dancing on the deck, to the music.
Yeah.
That's copyrighted music. Even though you're walking around with your camera,
the
camera's picking up that sound, that is copyrighted. That you will get a copyright strike.
But it's only one band playing it on the deck of the ship, but 40 people are walking around recording this. Hey, it's the sail away party, and everybody's thinking, oh, this is not copywritten, or they wouldn't be playing it. But it is, and they get dinged. They get
because you are taking a song. What the problem with copyrighted things is that song is making money, and the person that created the song wants all the money. They don't want anybody else to get any money off that song. And so what you're doing is, don't take this wrong, but you're kind of like leeching off of somebody because that song is popular. You're going to use it. Do you know what I mean? Now, karaoke, in my opinion, you should be able to do karaoke. That's my opinion.
Yeah, and that's what it is. But and I tell everybody to wear earbuds because I don't want to get the copyright claims or strikes or anything. So I tell them, wear earbuds so that you don't hear that music. But yet, and they do. But yet, just from them simply singing the song, I've gotten copyright claims.
Yeah, because the algorithm is picking up, it's tearing up my heart when I'm with you. I'm not going to go farther because I don't want to get Papa in trouble. But it's once it starts to hear that long version, doesn't matter. You could be, it's tearing up my heart. It's the same thing. It's the algorithm will pick it up. Not always. It all depends.
I will tell you, I have been a songwriter myself for 40 years.
Mm-hmm.
And the copyrights have never been stricter than they are right now. And it's not just YouTube.
It's written music. It's anything, art, anything creative is copyrighted.
And it
It's
goes
because
back to
if that item is making money and they don't think you should get that and make money off of it, it should be the person that created that object, art, song, written, music, book. It's because YouTube, you're being monetized. You're trying to be monetized on your YouTube, so you're making money off that song. You're making money off their fame. It's their fame. They created that copy.
It goes back to what Larry said a minute ago, and it's sad that it's this way, but he's exactly right. If somebody would make 1 cent off of it, they don't want you to have their penny.
The way I put it is
I agree with him.
Cake on the table. They don't want anybody to grab those little bit of crumbs coming off the tables.
I feel, and I feel also, I definitely feel like people that pay for karaoke, to me, they pay copyrights. And I'm not the only one who feels that way. There's a lot of artists who feel like, hey, this lady out in Washington, she paid $19.99 for 100 songs. That gets her the right to sing a song on her YouTube channel. That earns her the right. That's how I feel about it.
I don't buy music or like from that place or anything. I simply titled my Wednesday nights as karaoke and talent show and chat, hang out and chat. And then people they choose whatever they want to sing and come up, as long as they would wear the earbuds. But because of this, I'm starting to.
It's because the sound's coming from your channel, though, Victoria. The sound, it doesn't matter if I'm wearing headphones at home. It's because you're sending out that song. It's tearing up my heart, like through karaoke. I'm wearing my headbuds. It's you sending it out, trying to make money off of somebody else's song. Because they're singing it. The person that you're getting to come on your show, they're singing it, right? And so it is you that's presenting that's making the money. And they don't want you to make no money off of it, which I think is totally, anyway, that's another story in itself.
That's what I'm
Copyright
saying.
really...
That's been my biggest thing for my channel, though, is the karaoke, because people like to get up there and sing. But I think all of us hope one day to get monetized. And this is not going to help me. It's not going to help me to get to that point of monetization if I can't make the hours and things I need from these videos I'm putting out. And so I don't know what to do next, whether I'm just going to drop the karaoke altogether and just have a hangout chat, which I don't know how many people are going to want to come to just hang out. I'm not that interesting.
You're hanging out here. We're talking to you.
Well, Papa's interesting.
No, what I'm saying, Victoria, it doesn't matter. You're talking. In a group, you're sitting there talking, whatever it is. The group will create conversation. It'll still create interest, right?
Yeah.
As long as you're not doing anything copyrighted, right? But it's still doing it. Like, that's why a lot of people are doing live feeds. But
now I'm worried a little bit, because I did dispute like 3 or 4 different videos, and it
as
said,
a human being, you're entitled to dispute anything.
It says something about if you lose the dispute, they can take your channel off.
Oh yes, they can.
And so now I'm concerned, will I just completely lose my channel anyway? So
I don't think you should worry about that until you have something to worry about, because the fact of the matter is, I mean, if you had 200,000 people, subscribers, it would be a different story. But you don't. I don't know how many you have, but you
I have 700, and finally, I think the last time I checked, I got to 714. But it's taking.
You guys are all ahead of me. I'm only at 430, Victoria.
It's taken me 5 years to get to 714.
Yeah.
And so it's been a struggle, you know, to get there. But yeah, it's
Sometimes I feel like that they're just a little bit drunk on their own power. Um, and you know, if you're doing something and not having a good time and it's causing stress, it's just not worth it. And you've got enough good to offer people. Oh, there's a friend of mine. This lady did a sketch of
Ellie.
my wife and I. She did such a beautiful job. And that is Kim Oliva or Olivia. I'm gonna get that wrong. I always get her name wrong. I'm sorry. Um, anyway, she's a good sketch artist. But I mean, there's somebody on here, Victoria, for everybody. There's, you know, I'm not an interesting person, but you might be interesting. You're interesting to 700 people.
you know, the thing is, I don't allow vulgarity or conflict or anything on my channel like that. But yet you can go and really find people being very vulgar, showing body parts, all this sin, in my opinion, in my view, sinfulness.
Mhm.
And it's freely out there. Nothing happening about it. But yet they want to come to a little channel like mine. My husband goes, Vicky, it's because they don't want you little people growing.
Have to
They
be
don't want
Victoria, I've spent many hours listening to the gurus and you know how to grow a channel, all these things. Like I watch a lot of, I follow over 500 channels.
We will
It's not them picking on you, Victoria. It's nothing personal, nothing.
audio.
It's a complicated thing that was created by the creators, as in copyright. It comes from that. That's what YouTube's just doing. What it normally does. You know, you download a song back when Napster was around. You get these things from your internet thing, and oh, you stole. But well, that's not as simple as that. I've been paying attention to like pirating and copywriting for many years, and it's not YouTube really doing it. It's they got to do it. They have to do it because. Well, now YouTube's allowing people to steal my stuff, so they got to put those things in place. So they put the I can't remember what the name of it is, but it's a software that detects music that they put onto YouTube. Okay, YouTube, my song "Tearing Up My Heart." If it ever comes on and somebody's doing it, you know, let me know, and then that's when you get that copyright, and so. That's what's happening is that software is catching all these tunes, and it doesn't matter if you're singing it, which you would think is like I'm just singing, you know, it's tearing up my heart. It's something simple, like I'm not doing it,
Yeah.
because YouTube puts monetization on your ads. It makes money. Everybody's making money off of the fame of whatever that song is that you're using. So again, it's not you. Personally, it's outside of YouTube what started all this stuff, and it's a lot.
Victoria, I will tell you, my dear, what is really, really frustrating is to be a songwriter and have written several hundred songs and sing one, hum the tune to one, not even play the music, okay? Not even play a guitar or play a piano or anything like that. Just sing a tune, just hum a tune, and do it a cappella, if you will.
It still can't be a cappella either, Papa, just so you know.
Yeah, but I'm talking about a song that I have written.
Oh, your own? Yeah, of course.
And I still get dinged on those all the time. And so I've gotten to the point I don't put anything I've written on because I know sooner or later, you know, they're going to ding me for it.
And again, this is a computer software, not humans sitting back hearing it.
Right.
And so that's why they put that dispute thing into place. So if you created a song and they give you copyright, like, what are you doing? It's my song. You can dispute it and then you'll win. But if you're disputing something that, you know, like the song I just keep singing, I don't even know. I don't even know if Papa will get ding for a copyright for me singing that song. I've only sung a little piece. I'm just doing it to test, right? You know,
When you pay,
it's
Yeah,
computer software that's finding all that information out. So
hopefully they won't kick my channel off, but if I do, thank you all.
Victoria, just so you know, you might lose that, right? But how many other ways of getting back into a channel? Because it's all based on a Gmail account.
Yeah.
yeah, and
There's no software that's showing, oh, there's Victoria with these glasses on, the hair looking like this. Nope, she was banned before. There's none of that. You know what I mean?
you paid down.
Well, hopefully I won't get banned, but you know, I don't want to lose all my videos because I don't have copies. You know, I don't have them filed. The videos that are on YouTube are on YouTube, so my bike videos, everything, I'll lose all of that.
Same here. Same here.
All your hard work that you've done for over the years, you said.
Yeah, like 5 years, and I don't know. I'm real worried about it now, and so I don't know. It's
Victoria,
nothing.
we're friends. Talk to me sometime. We'll talk some more off channel, right? You know what I mean?
I'm just a little.
Don't be down. I think I can help you figure out something.
We love you, Victoria. We love you, my dear.
Mm-hmm.
YouTube got a little closer to her than they should have.
Well,
who is
we all know what got closer to her and that shouldn't have.
Yeah.
The big S word. Or sorry, the small S word.
She's a sweetie. Who is this, Larry? This?
No idea.
Okay.
Aga Oho.
Aga Oho. That sounds Asian. That sounds maybe Filipino. I don't know.
Aga, where are you from?
Aga Oho. Start downloading all your videos that don't have claims.
Good idea. Very good idea, Dreamer. Travis. My name's Larry, by the way. Nice to meet you. So I see everybody calling you Travis.
I do not know how to do that.
Very good idea what he's saying there. Or he or she. Is it? Well, Travis obviously sounds like
Dream on Wheels. Be able to repost those if anything did ever happen. That's a good idea. I don't know how to do that. Sounds like he does.
See, Papa, I'm serious. When I come for a visit, I'll come for a visit, Papa. You know what I mean? I can come into your home, just so you know.
You can, but you got to watch Mary.
Which one's Mary?
She's the one who knows how to use a gun.
So do I.
Yeah, but she looks trustworthy.
Oh, when I don't?
I'm just saying. You look like a sweet girl. What is this? Get you down. There are ways to get around it. Oh, Victoria.
That's what I was saying to her. Like, I want her to talk to me. I have ideas for her.
Well, you know, she's put a lot of time,
a lot of working,
and a lot of her heart into this, and trying to be sweet to people. She's very sweet.
Very, yep.
And now, you know, she feels like her effort might be threatened or whatnot, and I feel for her, especially since I'm kind of in the same boat. I wouldn't begin to know what to do. Downloading stuff, I don't have a clue on that.
I'm not computer trained, like school trained or on computers. I'm just life trained on technology and stuff.
Yeah,
like computers. Like I know everything about pirating. Well, not everything, but I know a lot about pirating, copyrights,
Well, you've got
I've been messing with
experience.
computers since early 2000s, so I've learned a lot. I
You've got
started out doing.
experience, don't you?
Pardon?
I said you've got experience.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I also have an analytical brain, like in the sense of ADHD. We overanalyze things. So I go down a lot of rabbit holes trying to learn something. Well, why? Well, why? Well, why? So I've learned so many things. And then you got to say hi to Papa.
Hi, Papa.
Hi, Ananda.
She's not decent. She just got up, so she won't come on camera. You know women. It's Ananda.
I notice her hand was not dressed properly. Oh dear.
She has clothes on, guys. Just so you know.
How are you, Papa?
I'm fine, honey. How are you?
I'm good.
I keep forgetting that it is 2 hours earlier there.
It is.
9:46.
It's time for me to take lunch, but I keep feeling like, oh my gosh, they're just, getting around with breakfast and whatnot.
Yeah, I'm eating my breakfast bagel here. Nanda.
I like your living room that you're in there, dear.
Yes, isn't that nice?
Yeah,
It's gorgeous.
that is beautiful. He did all that while you were sleeping, dear.
Yeah, I know. You must have really cleaned up.
I love my wife.
It didn't look like that at all last night.
Nope. Oh, there's Daniel.
9:47. We've got Daniel Fields here. Hello, Daniel.
Right. Daniel's in the same time zone as me.
Daniel, it's good to hear from you. See from you, from my friend. Good to see you. Let's see. Who did?
Wait a minute. Daniel, isn't this cruise day or is it this weekend coming?
I cannot keep track.
Daniel was like I have everybody in my I have over 500 friends at Facebook, not bragging or anything. It's just I see everybody's post coming by, and so Daniel has a countdown going on his cruise, and I thought it was this weekend.
Is it
this
wrong?
Saturday.
Is it wrong that I want Daniel's hair?
There's nothing wrong with that, Papa.
Okay.
You can have his hair, but for me, I would have to think that would be a lot of maintenance. A lot of going to, well, no, not so much going to the barber because it doesn't look like he goes to a barber.
Don't need a barber, just need a.
But I'm sure he spends a lot on shampoo and conditioner.
I just need a real good shampoo conditioner combo, and we can call it a day. I'd have to go through about a bottle a week, but
yeah,
man, I believe I can handle that. I don't know. Wait until tomorrow, Ananda. You might be in
Taj Mahal.
Taj Mahal. Oh.
Oh, that's right. Nancy's a hairdresser, so yeah, he doesn't have to worry about anything.
Oh, he can get the Redken.
Yes.
He can get the Redken. I use the Redken. I only buy shampoo, a big bottle, once a year. I get Redken. It's in a brown bottle, but it's.
I actually don't pay anything because my mother-in-law, that's what she gives. Like your stocking stuffers, as they call it. She gets me all that stuff. The cologne, the shampoo, which I don't really need a lot. When my father-in-law was around, I would get all of his cologne that he just went out of, Dolce Gabbana and all those things. I loved it. I don't know why I always keep calling Kimberly Kelly, but I have a friend in Canada here. Her name's Kelly. I think that's why I keep getting.
You say Kimberly?
Kimberly drew a picture of Ananda.
Oh, really?
Like she did with you and Mummy. Yeah, she did a picture of Ananda. It turned out amazing. It's actually behind my curtain here that I'm going to be putting up on the wall once I get my thing. It's a work in progress.
I tell you, they did the neatest job on their backdrop. And I remember that they put it all together themselves, the bright tropical colors and all. They didn't use a green screen.
Oh, Cindy, yeah, I was just talking to them about that last night. Yes.
Yeah, they did that, what, a year or two ago.
Yep.
And wow, it was really, really neat.
I love that. I love that deck.
What's this say? Oh, okay.
So he's sailing out Saturday, he's saying there.
Sailing on a Saturday, huh?
Is it a Norwegian or Royal? I think it was. Because I don't think the Field's ever been on a Carnival.
I've never been on a Carnival. I'm a little bit leery about it, but I'm trying to be open-minded. I've had very good experiences on the Royal Caribbean. However, the two Royal Caribbean that I was on were a couple of their smaller ones. And everybody said, oh, that's the small ones. That's the small ones. But let's see, Princess out of Los Angeles. Oh,
Yes.
Okay.
Actually, I never thought to look up Princess going on. My daughter's getting married in April, and I'm buying her a cruise, but just a 3 or 4 day one for their wedding. And Papa, the cruises prices are like peanuts. They really are for 3 and 4 days cruises coming up. So they're getting married April 2nd. So either the 3rd or 4th of April, that's when I want to send them out. And so I was looking at Carnival, and they got one. Is it a 4 day out of Los Angeles going to Catalina, and then Ensenada, and then back. And it was total $600 for the both of them.
Wow.
So
Is it the Cabo?
no, it's just down to Ensenada and Catalina. That's the two ports for that 4 day cruise. But I'm actually going to look at I never thought of Princess out of Los Angeles going down, because that's what they want. They want to go down there. They want to do LA, then they want to go up to San Francisco. They're only young. They're in their 20s. Like my youngest just turned 21.
San Francisco is so beautiful.
I have layovers going down, actually, coming back in San Francisco, and I can't wait to.
How long is your layover?
Not long. I couldn't get anything with long. Papa, when I travel, I like long layovers. I want to be able to get out and experience.
Well, anymore, though, it takes so long to get through TSA and stuff. It's not like it used to be. Used to be, if you had a 4 or 5 hour layover, it was good. But anymore, let's see what's this. What's
Cabo on Carnival is a 5 day or even the 7 day. Yeah, for my daughters, for my daughter, she's never been on a ship at all. Never been out on the sea.
I did.
So she's worried about seasickness and all that. So she said, "Okay, you know what? We'll do. We'll be okay with a 3 or 4 day." So I want to see if does Princess do like 3 and 4 day cruises? I'm sure they would.
What's Little Mermaid? I don't know what that is.
So the Little Mermaid is a cartoon, and that's what she started to make out Ananda's picture in, and then she did another one that made it look just like her.
Oh, okay. I got you. Princess out of.
I love them both, actually. No, the first one she did.
Cabo on Carnival.
Yeah.
A 5 day or even the 7 day. Cabo.
I'm going to take a bite of my breakfast here.
Cabo on Carnival is a 5 day or even the 7 day. Oh, okay. Daniel's telling us that Cabo, if I'm reading this right, man, is my eyesight crummy today. Princess does some 4 day.
Yeah, they're both 21, so I'm not looking for anything fancy for them either. Just to get them to experience, like basically, I want to do what everybody else did to me, and says once you go cruising, you're gonna be hooked. So I'm trying to do that to my daughter.
Formal nights either. Okay. All right, Daniel. Thanks for the. Maybe I could make these a little bit bigger.
Thank you, Daniel.
a little bit easier to read up there, isn't it? Yeah, I could put these.
Bye, Kim. Happy Monday.
Who's that?
Kim, she's leaving.
Oh, Kim's leaving? Oh, yeah, I just put. Duh. Okay.
That's why I'm here to help you out, Papa.
I'm
Go
glad.
team. Go team. Since I haven't been to Florida yet, LA is my favorite American city.
Well, Florida will take care of that problem real quick.
Santa Monica. When I went down in 2011, that's where I went over to Santa Monica and the Santa Monica Pier. I just love that whole vibe around there. Not the beach vibe is what I'm meaning.
I
Apple
personally,
Beach.
I really don't know how people breathe in that area. I just don't. I can't catch my breath. Daniel lives, well, he doesn't live there. He lives in Simi Valley, and it's a little bit more inland. But you know, you expect that area to be dry and whatnot. But man, that area.
You're talking about the smog that they get every morning, right?
Oh my goodness!
I found out the hard way that you can still get a sunburn with that.
You sure can. You sure can.
I was not happy. I got there and I flew in the next day, because I had planned to go on Saturday. I got in on a Thursday. I had plans to go to the beach on the Saturday, but I woke up the next day and it's like, you know what? Let's go to the beach because it's overcast. Let's go check it out. And didn't put no suntan lotion on, or sunscreen on. Got there and then boom, that friggin' smog went out and I was burnt like a friggin' lobster.
I just can't. You're right about that.
Mm-hmm.
And I never could. It was almost as bad as Denver. And Denver's gorgeous.
Been there.
But Denver, you got that elevation and you really have to plan an extra day into your trip if you're going there and get there and stay in a hotel room for a whole day and drink up a whole lot of water extra.
Maybe I can ask you. I've been to the Colorado airport in layovers. Now I heard, do they have a I guess like you would say, like a cheap hotel that you can stay at the airport?
If they do, I don't know about it.
Because I thought if you have like a long layover, they offered rooms or something.
If they do, I don't know about it. And the band I was traveling with one time, two times, both times, I never knew about it. I would have taken them up on it because it did cost to stay in that area, but still it was worth it because the first time I went out there, I didn't take on any hotel room or anything like that. Didn't drink up any water. I just went right to work in concert. Like to fell over dead.
Wow.
Literally had a heart attack. They dealt with me. They got me taken care of on oxygen in the hospital. They told me, like, anytime you come here, you're going to have to do this every time you come here.
Because of the elevation?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
No elevation in Chicago. Well, I think Chicago's like 400 feet. Whereas, Denver's not.
Yeah.
But I could.
I actually didn't get to go outside in Colorado because I had the layover. I didn't go outside security. It was like maybe an hour or two layover. So it's like there's not enough time to really go out and experience. All I can see is from the glass. Nice airport. I like the airport.
You would still feel it. You'd still feel it in the airport.
But I've lived in high elevation climates, like in Jasper National Park. That's 4,000 or 5,000 feet above sea level, right?
I never have. Have. I was raised in Indiana, and
plus I used to climb mountains, so my body's acclimatized to higher elevations already.
I didn't. I could never get LA because of that smog. That smog did the same thing to me that the elevation did to me in Denver.
Wow, I experienced what you're talking about once, and that was when I first got to Jasper National Park. My roommate just met. Hey, you want to go for a hike? Sure, let's go. I'm big and tough. I'm young. And I didn't even make it halfway up the side of the mountain. I was done. Like, nope. So eventually, over time, I managed to make it up to the top, but took me a bit. Yeah.
That sounds bad.
I did a spontaneous one here in Vancouver. When I first came to Vancouver, they have what they call Grouse Mountain. And they have a gondola that goes up. But I was on this bus, and I first came to Vancouver doing the bus tour, like touring the city. And I went to this mountain and just wanted to see what it looked like, what's going on. But while going there, I started talking to this guy that was going there also, and he says, yeah, he was going to go hiking. It's like, well, you know what? Hey, I'll go hiking. And I had jeans on. And the average time is 90 minutes. Well, it took me 3 hours. And I didn't walk back down because at that time you only had to pay $5 to go back down in the gondola. It's like, no.
Daniel says the dryness is critical. I think that's talking about where he lives, I believe.
It's amazing. I don't remember ever experiencing what you guys are talking about. I've never had.
Is tough. That's what Daniel says there. I don't know where that is. Mammoth Mountain.
Mammoth Mountain. I'm thinking California somewhere, or well, maybe farther up north. I'm guessing up north.
Must be somewhere closer to where he lives rather than toward the city.
Well, I don't imagine there's mountains at Mammoth Mountain. Well, I suppose, yeah, you do. Okay, let's look at where I'm going to do Google right now.
We're still
Mammoth Mountain. Oh, it is in California. Huh.
Is it?
Yeah, it is. Let me pull it. Okay. So it is east of San Francisco. Just on the border. It looks like Nevada. Yeah. The border, close to the border of Nevada, off of 203.
Mammoth Mountain, California.
It's a ski town, it looks like. I didn't realize the mountains went down that far, actually. Oh, that looks like a beautiful place to go. Oh, I know where I'll go.
Where is it?
Northeast of Fresno, in Inyo National Forest, which is southeast of Yosemite National Park. Oh, you have hot springs down there too, it looks like. Round Valley. And I don't know, you probably know more about American geography more than I. Oh, is that Robert? You're waking up, Rob?
Mammoth Lake, California. Let's get directions there, shall we?
Yeah, Northern California, he's saying. I say central, Daniel. If you're looking at your state, it looks central. Smarty pants.
Can't find a way there. Oh my God.
So it's almost directly east of San Jose.
I know where San Jose is.
Yeah.
I definitely know.
If you go far right to just before the Nevada border, Crowley Lake, South Aspen Springs. No,
Well,
that's
you know what's out that way is the Sierra Nevadas.
yes, Sierra National Forest.
And I will tell you what's up in there is Donner Lake. Donner Lake leads you over into Reno, Nevada, and Donner Lake is gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. It's a high elevation lake. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.
Looking at Google Maps here and stuff, and that shows photos. That is totally my thing, but I don't have the strength to do all that mountainous and lots of strenuous walking. So now I'm just left with watching people doing it. But I love that's my thing. This is like Jasper National Park, Banff National Park. All those parks are my thing. I'll go drive through them, but I can't do them. The hiking and the walking, the trails. Oh, I love nature. So that's why I'm doing traveling like this, going on a cruise where I can do all that stuff and relax. And
Mammoth Lakes, California. Huh. Mammoth Mountain, Mammoth Lakes, California, Inyo Forest.
in a direct line from from my house to where he is, I'm going to put
Wow.
I want to see how far of a distance it is. So let's go here.
God, that looks
Distance.
beautiful.
Close you. And then,
Oh my goodness, Daniel. Daniel, buddy,
isn't that crazy? Isn't that crazy, Papa?
that looks crazy beautiful.
Yeah.
What's this say? I just went to, I can't read this. I just went
Oh, sorry.
to
I
the,
just went to the blues festival there. Yeah, they have an annual blues festival there.
oh, at Mammoth Lakes,
Yeah.
at Mammoth Mountain. Oh, wow. I did not know that. I don't ski or hike. No, I don't either, but I do like that scenery, Daniel. Oh my gosh, how beautiful is that, right? How beautiful. Oh my gosh, this is gorgeous.
It is 879 miles from my house. In a direct line.
879. Yeah, see, California is a big place. Southern California is not my cup of tea because of the climate.
Yeah.
But I definitely like Northern California for the same reason. The
Oh
climate.
gosh, yeah.
I like those trees. I love those evergreens that are gigantic. What's this say?
So from my house to that mountain, it is a 21-hour drive.
What's this say? Rob's asking.
Daniel, do you board? He's
Do
meaning snowboarding.
Oh, do you board? Daniel, do you board? Daniel looks to be a little closer to my age, maybe.
I will mention in that question that Ontario, they have a lot of small ski hills surrounding that whole area. We're talking small hills, like mountains, like compared to the mountains out here out west, these are like anthills back there, but they still have little ski runs on them. That's where I did my first time ever trying skiing, was in Ontario, where Rob lives.
I don't do any of that. Never have. My father, my father did when he was in Fairbanks, Alaska, back in the 50s.
Oh yeah,
He was there for the U.S. Army. Had a big base there. In fact, that was even before it was a state. But that's where he learned to ski, was because he said they told him, said, go ski. There's a little hill out there. He said, and they felt like they were going down the side of Mount Everest. He said, we just kept going and going, and we were steadily picking up speed. And he said, I didn't know if we were going to end up rolling into one big snowball or something.
Well, when you're skiing, you're supposed to, like, the sides of your skis, when you're turning, that's what's really stopping you. It's when you're digging into the side. The story with me, Papa, when I went twice. And the first night, you know, when you first go skiing, they get you to go on these little bunny hills, as they're called. It's pretty simple. Once you get used to it, you know, you're just, you know, and you're learning how to do the carve as they say, and you get going. So I got brave, and it's like, you know what? Let's go. Oh yeah, I love that stuff, but I don't have the body for it anymore. Yeah. And so actually, where you see those two people in the middle coming down, where the two people come down, that's kind of like a bunny hill. Actually, that looks like a bunny hill there, right there, where they're at.
Like a bunny hill?
They call it a bunny hill, is where you start out. It's like hardly any grade at all, but at least it'll give you forward motion so you can learn to carve.
That looks terrifying.
Well, up on the higher part, yes. But I'm talking about where he is, basically the single guy, is like a bunny hill. And that's where you just learn to carve, and that's how you slow yourself down. And I got all that down pat, within an hour or whatever. And I decided, you know what, I want to go down an intermediate run, because this bunny hill is getting boring. I want to learn something good. I want to be a skier. So I go up on the lift. Well, when you get to the top, they have signs. Well, okay, this one's here, this one's here, this runs here. Well, at the time, I didn't know what Black Diamond meant. I just thought, okay, I'm going to go down this hill. This hill looks pretty, and you couldn't see the hill. You know what? I'm going to go there. Well, I took the wrong turn, and I ended up what they call the Black Diamond. And Black Diamonds, there's actually Black Diamonds, double Black Diamonds, and like this was just a regular Black Diamond. And sadly, because it was at night and it was warm, it was icy. I fell basically the whole way down that hill. When I was done, the whole right side of my leg was bruised like you wouldn't believe. Like, it was crazy. Yeah, and then the second time I went, I didn't finish doing because I was so hurt and so much in pain the next day. So I gave up. I haven't been in.
That's all the snowboard people.
Yeah. See, I never tried snowboarding. I tried skiing.
And in here, I found the one that would be the picture of me.
Uh-oh.
This would be me. This would be me.
He's doing really cute. Oh, nice. How old were you there?
I'd be on my butt.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, Tyler's in here. Hi, Tyler.
Tyler? Holy smokes. That is that Tyler. And I like some of the stuff that I saw Tyler taping. We don't say taping anymore. Video.
No, we don't. That's aging me and you.
That is, he did some video.
Recording and photography.
Yeah, he did some good work.
GH85.
Tyler, let me tell you, buddy, there's churches all over this country wanting your services, buddy. You are into a good field there. All kinds of places like that wanting good video services. That's quality. Man, you should look at this Mammoth Mountain, Tyler, and go to Mammoth Mountain, California. It is beautiful. If you need any references, just talk to Daniel.
I don't know. Tyler doesn't seem that type of a youth. He seems like he's like how do I say it? Solid, laid back kind of a youth guy.
He does, but I think he would try it.
Papa, I'm trying to work some magic here. If you look at Rob's question there.
Oh, I didn't see.
Tyler, do we have you sold on coming on to the group cruise yet?
Absolutely, yes. Tyler, listen, I'm going to be on this cruise. I'm going to be on this cruise. So I'll conduct services, if you please. And we'll have a lot of Christians there that want to have like a daily devotional. We can video these and we can pocket a brand new market. And you will be the
videographer.
You'll be the videographer extraordinaire solamente. Okay?
We can have, Papa, me and you, we can have the show, talk show like that on there. Yeah.
There you go, Tyler. I'm just saying, give it a thought, buddy. You know, you're needed and you're wanted. So
he's got a good camera. Is it GH85 or G85? I know is a camera that I was looking at. GH5 or 4 is the one I want.
GD85. Watch your mouth. Oh
No, GH.
Oh, okay. Oh, I see. Okay.
I got a pretty good gig on my church. LOL. They can't stream anything without me.
Well, yeah, but they can't go on the ship with you. So
if I were to go back to church, yeah, GX85, yeah. If I were to go back to church, I think that's where I'm going back to is audio visuals and stuff for church live feeds. I think that will be my thing now that I know a lot more now.
good gig at my church.
I was an usher at my last. Oh no, my church before that. The last church I was at, I was in the worship team. GX85.
GX85. Watch your mouth, boy.
It's the Lumix.
Another
great camera.
I don't want to hear that filth coming out of your mouth.
I have my camera. This is my camera.
Tyler, do we have you sold coming on the group cruise yet? Hey, Rob, I'm with that. I'm down with that idea. I'm trying to figure out what it takes to convert this young man.
Like kick in, like come on, light, kick in. I didn't
Kick
move.
in.
Ghosting. Oh well. This is the ghosting. Hold on, let me focus
my
this
phone.
camera.
No, I don't want to talk to you. Go away.
There we go. Tyler, this is mine. This is the Canon 70D.
There's a piece of it, and then it's
Why is it doing that? I'm going to shut off my camera,
okay.
and I'll come right back, Papa.
I'm going to go get some lasagna while you're shutting off your camera.
Well, who's going to be here to talk to everyone? Give me a short minute. Just let me do this.
I think your voice can be heard, even though you.
No, I'm going to turn off my green screen. The light from my green screen.
But your voice can be heard.
Just give me 1 second.
All right. Let's see. We've got Rob's. Rob's here. Why doesn't Rob want to talk? Do you need to talk to Sean and have your fare paid for you? Rob, please tell me you're talking to me, because if you are, yes. The answer is absolutely yes. I do need, let's see. Let me put this on there. Oh, Rob, there's a little something for you on the screen. What say? Rob Robert. Do you speak French? Oh, well, look who's here.
There.
There
That's
we go. Better.
There we go.
But it's all green now. What happened to your living room? They tore that out in a hurry.
Do we need to talk to Sean and have your fare paid for you? Oh, the cruise.
Oh, he was talking for
How
Tyler.
about the cruise? I was talking for Tyler. Yeah. Sorry, I'm almost don't break.
Don't break? I don't know what that means. I think Rob's talking in Canadian code. We have a problem that we can't find anyone for the department.
Now I can show Tyler my camera.
So when I leave for a trip, they can't function. Oh, well, then I feel bad for your church, Tyler. You're doing the right thing, buddy, but maybe I could just pray you somebody in there. If I could just pray somebody in there. What's this say? I'm almost. Oh, I can't see this. Whatever that was did not sound good. I'm almost done.
My lens cap.
My break. Oh, I'm almost done with my break. Okay. That is.
Oh yes, he has a break at the cafeteria, or not cafeteria, but the food court in where he works.
Okay. I have been on a food fast for long enough. It is time for me to warm up my Florentine.
Well, you still got 10 minutes.
What?
You still got 10 minutes. 2 hours and 49 minutes, man.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. So when was 11 o'clock? Like an hour ago?
See, look, Amy's coming in.
Okay, it's 12:20.
Yeah, it's 10:20 here.
Amy understands Papa's got to eat lunch. Amy, God bless you, my sister. Try to entertain this gentleman while I go warm up my lasagna. And it's Florentine, I might add. It's good for me.
Amy, you're not working today? Actually, where is it? Oh, he already left, didn't he? The what do you call it one? Wheels.
Dream on Wheels?
Dream on Wheels. Yeah, he's already gone. Yeah, okay. Travis. He's in Houston. Yeah, it's lunchtime. Back was doing laundry. We had a guy volunteer for the 10:30 service, but we need someone for the 9 service. Yeah, that 9 o'clock service is always the tough one, Tyler. I used to go to a church, in Vancouver. There was like 1,800 member congregation, and I was an usher, but I'd always do the 10:30 service, and that 9 o'clock one, yeah, it's hard to get. You got some, but it was hard. Amy, I do work, but not till 2 my time. Well, isn't it 2 o'clock your time now, Amy? And Rob, but will Papa Moses be back on later? Rob, he's just going to heat up his lunch so he can eat. He's going to stay on. So if you want to, stay, you can, but you said you're done your break. Yeah, I'm just entertaining everyone while he's going to get his lunch so he doesn't have to shut everything down. No, it's almost 12:30. Okay, so let me see. So you are 2 hours difference than me. Okay. So I need to remember. So Amy, again from last night, I wanted to apologize that I went over my time. It was just because this was our comeback, and I would just want to make sure I get everybody's comment and all that kind of stuff. But now I know that you're on after me. I'll make sure to take care of you. I'll announce that you're coming up at, let me see. So it would be 11 o'clock Eastern then that you go live, right, Amy? There's nice candlery. I bought mine for rocket photography. Actually, Tyler, with my camera, I bought this camera. I even got I think this is the one with the ND filter on it. I bought this camera to learn photography. It's cheap. It's only like $500. And so, but what I'm actually interested in, Tyler, is astrophotography. Because right now, like I just got the kit lens. It's an 18 to 55 millimeter. I also got for Christmas last year, I got the, 70 to 300 millimeter. It's just a cheap $100 lens to get me into photography, and it's good for astrophotography. And we actually have a group here in Powell River for astrophotography. So I'm going to be getting out with them, and because we get a lot of aurora borealis up here, we just had it about a month ago, I think, here, because we are farther north. And so I really want to get into astrophotography. Now, I guarantee you, if I was living where you were, Tyler, 100% sure I would be doing all the rocketry stuff. I love seeing all your content with the rocketry, Tyler. Keep it up, man. Keep that stuff coming. I'm one of your fans on that one. Amy, yep, I go at 11 Eastern every Sunday night, but probably not next week because of going to Fort Worth. Wait a minute. Fort Worth. I thought you live in Fort Worth, so you must be out of town, I'm assuming. I heard you say that last night. The reason why I say that is because I did have a layover in Dallas Fort Worth in January, but I canceled. So that's the reason why I remember you saying you live in Fort Worth, but you're saying all depends on what time I can leave Amarillo. You're in Amarillo, Texas. Oh, I think I remember hearing you said you had to go there temporarily or something. Yeah. So are you moved to Amarillo, or are you still living in Fort Worth? Oh, you're moving to Amarillo. Oh, okay. I don't remember where Amarillo in Texas, like comparative to like Dallas, Houston, San Antonio, Fort Worth. I know a lot of places in Texas. All you need is an intervalometer, and you are golden for astrophotography. So for me, I actually want to get a telescope for that kind of deal, because where I live, Tyler, like within a 15-20 minute drive, I'm in a clear place with no light pollution whatsoever. So for astrophotography, you can't be in places with light pollution. And so here in Powell River, where I live, because I don't live any big cities, I just go 15-20 minutes. I'm out into mountainous areas, and I can set up my thing. But I want a telescope. I like that astrophotography stuff. But I want to be able to hook my my camera to a telescope. I've been watching some YouTube videos on that kind of stuff. Just haven't got around. And of course, I'm not going to do it in the snow. I did take a couple moon shots to learn that. I'm very interested in doing moon photography. I think it was Cindy Spiker. She's got I don't know what camera she's got, but she's been taking much more better pictures than my camera at the moon. I don't know if it's because you guys live in Florida that you're getting a better shot at the moon or something, but mine didn't turn out that great. And I have both of my lenses are telephotos, so.
Hello.
Okay, what do we got? Who's that?
That's me.
Oh, welcome back, Papa. We got Amy in the house. Oh yeah, you already know. What do you got? Oh, you got some lasagna. Oh,
Florentino.
Amarillo.
Lasagna Florentino.
Actually, I need to make a lasagna. I bought the stuff for it. I never got around to making one.
This is the good stuff.
Daniel, Amarillo is left of Dallas Fort Worth, way left. Yeah. Okay, so that's over where San Antonio is, over in that area. My daughter, who lives in New Mexico, which is north of Texas, she was actually looking at going to a university down in I can't remember the name of the place. It was that town where there was the mass shooting with the Walmart. Sorry about bringing it up. I wasn't trying to be anything nasty about it, but there was that town. It's the town that's where she wanted to go. It's like, no, I don't want you to go there because of that. But you know what I mean? I can't remember the name of the town. I was just trying to think of that name of that town in Texas. Rob, Larry, what did I miss last night? Well, Rob, as most people say, you should go check it out. It's on my YouTube channel, man. It'll help me out a lot there, buddy. There was a lot said last night. You very much appreciate it, Rob. Thank you.
Hey, Larry, how do I do that?
Do what?
Get you credit for the hours that we're listening to today, or something like that?
Oh, you can't get me credit. I'm not, Papa. I don't do this for that.
You just said something about ask.
Maybe my ADHD is kicking in here. So what are you meaning? What?
I thought you just said somebody.
No, I'm way off of. I've only got 700 hours of watch time so far. I don't need anything. Really, Papa, I'm not focused on anything. All I'm doing with my channel, if it does what it does, it does. if I were to get monetized, anything monetized goes right back into the channel. This is all fun for me. I already have an income. I don't need income. And with the other thing for travel, I'm a travel agent, so I'm going to travel. YouTube is just a fun little little hobby that I'm doing.
Okay, well, who are you talking to? You said something about.
My daughter was going. I was saying my daughter was going to go to university down in Texas because we're talking Amy and Daniel. Them we're talking about Dallas.
Oh,
Sorry.
yeah, they were saying, what did you talk about last night? And you said,
Oh,
what?
Rob. Sorry, Rob. I see what you mean. Rob. There you go. Rob was asking me what did he miss last night on my live feed, and most people would say, you know, you're going to have to go check out the replay.
There you go.
And I was just playing with that. It's nothing really important. I'm far off from monetization. I have 430 something followers and 734 hours of watch time. But I know why. It's just I haven't put no effort into it, and it's not because of anything bad. It's because I just never really, because of travel and stuff like that. Larry is watch hours. I'm 5 hours away from Fort Worth. I'm up in the panhandle of Texas. Oh, way up there.
You're in the top of
Texas. Okay. This is all fun for me as well. I do want 500 friends so I can get the community. You know what, Amy? That's funny you said that, because that is a goal for me right now. I want that community tab too. I'm feeling kind of left out here. Papa, once you get to the 500 friends now, you get to have access to what they call the community tab, and you can create things in the community tab. It shows up, and yeah, you can do it. You're already monetized.
I'm monetized.
Oh no, sorry, you're not monetized. You are at what do you call it?
If I'm monetized, I want my check.
No. You are you got over 1,000 subscribers. But you need the watch time. Sorry, that's what it was.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't think most Cruising World knows I changed my name and I'm now doing videos. I need 1,000 hours of watch time to get monetized.
Wait, what?
Tyler.
Was that two people? You hang on.
Yeah, I'm helping you, Papa. I was reading Amy's first.
I don't think most of the Cruising World knows I changed my name and am now doing videos.
You see, before Amy used to say I'm 10% creator or 1% creator and stuff like that, you know. Well, she's now a full-time YouTuber now, so.
Oh, okay.
And she changed her name to Amethyst Hayes Adventures, and she changed her logo. And most people don't know that.
I can't see any logos. I see that they're there, but I can't see what they're so.
Okay, so you see where it says, I don't think most of the Cruising World knows, and there's a circle to the left of it.
I can barely see the
Yeah.
left.
Well, that's her new logo. It says Amethyst Hayes Adventures with two stars on each side. It's purple.
That's cool. That's cool.
Yeah. It's cool. I like it. It goes with her name.
Yeah, the purple, of course.
And her lives, Papa. You know how many she had on her lives last night? She had over 45 people in her lives.
Wow.
She's got some magic going on in hers.
Did she serve sandwiches or pizza or what?
I was waiting for it, but I didn't get any.
Or did you get 45 people there? She must have brought some pizza or something.
Amy, did I miss out on that pizza? Wait, no, she works for Outback Steakhouse. Hey, did I miss my steak, Amy? Yeah, I had over 40 last night. It was my highest number I've ever had.
That big onion thing, blooming onion.
Oh, the blooming onion. Not my cup of tea. It's amazing that Amy had that last night. I mean, Amy, I had the most I have ever had was 70 something, but that was during a cruise-a-thon that Blaine had a long time ago.
Huh.
But you had that naturally through people coming to show up. Yes, you will get from me as well, Amy. Yeah. Oh, Dream of Wheels is on Sunday nights as well. But Dream on Wheels, he's a is he an RVer? I just met Travis, I think. Yeah, he's an RVer, so it's not really stepping on their toes, but I don't want to step on anybody's toes. I tested out. I actually messaged Blaine and said, do you know if there's anybody in the 10 o'clock p.m. Eastern time slot? Because that works out for me here. And he says, not that he knows of. So I usually go to Blaine for that kind of information.
Anymore, though, Blaine will tell you, just go ahead because
just do it. Yeah.
There's going to be somebody, no matter what time you go.
Well, when I first started doing my lives, I was in conflict with Darian. Then it turned out that I was in conflict with Hani. Now they're doing their thing. And so I'm just trying to find my own little spot in there. I might do a daytime one throughout the week sometime if something were to happen. He goes to 8 to 10 Central, then I'm 10 Central. He's a Central. Nate Box Van D usually goes sometime before him. Yeah, I'm not really interfering with the RV world. I follow quite a few RV channels because I have a van that I want to go camping in, so I follow all those RV people and van life people. Daniel, bring up Daniel's response, Papa. Beauty of not having a channel. I don't step on toes. Yeah, you know what? We've been trying to get them to go on their own channel, but I don't think they live really too close to a casino. They live by a casino, but not too close.
Nancy is a casino.
Yeah, I know. I do know. I want to hang out with them guys at a casino. And I'm going to bring a truckload of money so I can try out my luck with her. Well, meaning on the casino. Sorry. Did you know I changed my name? What? You're not Amy no more? What's your name now, Amy?
What?
Yeah, she changed her name.
I thought it was Amy.
That's what I thought too. I actually on my live. Well, I'm still Amy. Just didn't know if he knew who I was.
Oh. Okay, I got you.
Last night on my channel, I actually mentioned something because my live feed, if Rob's still here, my live feed was about what we have in store for the future. And I was a cook for 20 years. So what I want to do is I want to do like a side channel, like Dawn and them do. I want to do a side channel of cooking, like cooking videos. And what I want to do is I want to go, like, say I go to Aruba, when we go to Aruba, I want to go to a restaurant and I want to ask if I can videotape them preparing the meal.
I won't let you.
You wouldn't believe how that works, Papa.
Well, you think I would?
All my career, anytime I go to a restaurant, I would ask, hey, can I check out your kitchen? I know a lot of food vloggers. It happens. It can happen. I'm not saying every place I go to. But the thoughts is I want to visit these places and come back and create that dish for everybody. I'm a cook, and I'm the Caribbean food, so many different things. I
appreciate good food. Someone can cook for me, and I appreciate more than other people do. I appreciate their hard work and their effort and their attention to detail.
Mm-hmm.
And not everyone that's in the audience does. Some of them just scarf down their pizza, and that's fine, but I like tasting the different flavors
That's me. That's what a true foodie is. They want to experience the adventure of all that stuff. It's an adventure for me as a cook. When I eat Indian food, with all the spices that they put into it, it's like, oh, there's that flavor. Oh, there's this flavor, and and this flavor, this comes from that region. And it's like I'm on in this adventure eating all this foods, and then also it appeals. It needs to be appealing. I can tell if a cook is a good cook by the way he serves his food. Like you just said, somebody just throws a piece of pizza on a plate. That's not a cook. That's just a guy feeding you, right? But if he took the time to put that on the plate nice and made it look nice, threw a little bit of parsley on there or whatever to make it look good, he's taking the time out to make you feel good. That's what a good cook does. Not your fast food, next.
No, presentation is everything.
Everything, yeah.
And
that's why
I'm eating this lasagna right now, and I'm looking at it and tasting all the different flavors that make up this particular lasagna.
Yep.
Not like any place else I've had it, and I'll tell you why. It was not made by Italians. This was made by a Polish lady.
Polish lasagna.
Well, I didn't say that. I said it was not made. It was not made by Italians. And of course, when you think of lasagna, of course, the first thing that comes to mind is it's a good pasta by the Italian people. But some of the best lasagna I've ever had have been from this Polish deli that takes great care in composing this recipe, and it never fails to delight the taste buds. Never. It is so good. I wish so bad I could just give you a bite of this right now. You would just be like, oh, one of those foodasms,
That's why I watch a lot of food porn.
Right.
I know a lot of food channels. Have you heard of Sean and Casey on Vacay Mode? They're a cruising channel. They live in
California.
They live in Texas as well. Houston, I think it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they live in Houston. So Casey has his own cooking channel. The Urban Culture Kitchen. But he also has his cruise channel.
Man, I have not seen them forever. They used to be on Sundays. They used to be. Are they still on?
They started back lives. We kind of just grew apart. Like I was just talking to him a few weeks ago and explaining to him why I haven't been, why we haven't talked and stuff. And it was between me and him and stuff. And so we both explained each other what it was, and we just moved on. But yeah, the last time I was on their live feed, it was their anniversary last year, and I gave them a super chat like I always do. And but I haven't talked to them since until like a couple of weeks ago. I was talking to KC because I follow him on TikTok, and he made a TikTok where he was in the hospital. He wasn't doing good. He was having issues with his heart. And so I wanted to show that, hey, I wanted to make sure he was okay. So I reached out to him and we started talking, explaining this and that. And really what it really boils down to is it was based off miscommunication. What it was the Marco Polo. When Marco Polo first came out, you were on there. I remember you being on there. It used to be free, and they had that, skip through feature, which I liked.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because there was no way I'm going to catch up with, 100 friggin' things, without going all the way to the end and then starting a new thing. I wanted that skip feature. And then when they started charging for it, I said, no, I'm not going to support that. I didn't like how they did that. But what I'm noticing is a lot of the cruise community are on Marco Polo, and it's hurting me. It really is. Like, I'm not able to socialize. Like, it seems like you can see the friendships growing from everybody hanging out in these Marco Polos. But I have my own standards and morals. The reason why I refuse to do Marco Polo. I actually have it on my phone, but I don't use it anymore. And anyway, so that's what happened when they started monetizing. I got away from there and I was having some issues, and I just didn't talk to Casey. And he thought it was something else and blah blah blah. And so I apologized, and but I do care for the guy, and so I did. The last I did see, because I do follow him on TikTok, and I do follow him on Instagram and stuff like that. So I do get to see here and there, and it looked like they were back up on lives and stuff. But yeah, he has a urban culture kitchen. Because I'm a foodie, so I watch some of his videos that he does with cooking. I never use Marco Polo. Don't know much about it. Yeah. Truthfully, there's a lot of people using Marco Polo. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's very popular in the cruise community with socializing with everybody behind YouTube. You know, you can sit there, hey Papa, how you doing, in your shorts, instead of, you know, being prim and proper on YouTube, right? And everybody's starting to, you know, socialize and become friends, whereas me, I'm not on there. And it's like, okay, I know Plum Travelers, I see him on there, but I'm not, you know, making any friends, quote quote. Yeah,
I am on Marco Polo, but it's not my main. I guess there's certain people that I'll reach on there, but I can't think of anybody that's on Marco Polo only. They might be on Marco Polo, but they might not be. I'm trying to think of Marco Polo.
I'm looking for Marco Polo right now. There it is.
I've got it on my phone. And if I want to get a direct message, I tell you, I have a very hard time with.
Look at this, Papa. Look at how many messages.
Yeah, same here. I don't know how many I have. Let me see.
Like, everybody's on here, and it's like, if they had that skip feature, I think I would go back on it and free. I'm not paying for it, for one. No way.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh, you're down in the 200 range, so that's not too bad. I'm at 2,287 Polos.
Oh, it hadn't refreshed yet. That was just before it updates. I've got the only one group that I leave on here is the group that invited me to begin with way back when, and that was the Degenerate Cruisers, Jason and Krista. And I got on here at the time, right after I got on here, Mommy ended up in the hospital. And Krista was very good to text message my phone, not messenger, text me, which, as you know, is a much better way to get through to me.
Yes, I found that out. Yes,
Yeah.
Want to get a hold of Papa? Just text him. He'll respond.
And she was very faithful. She was. Cindy was. Sharon of Sharon at Sea was. Nancy, all these nurses and the different ones, Miss Alma, they all were very good to check on Shelley when Shelley was in the hospital. They would text me. And that meant a whole lot to me, because I thought, you know what? They're not getting $1,000 to check on Shelley. And not that I give that to everybody, but I'm just saying.
You give $1,000? I didn't get 1,000. I'm jealous.
Well, I ran out of money.
Anyway,
that's what it came down.
A joke, Papa. We
totally ran out of money.
Joking.
I'm
not talking to you because of money.
No, I know that. Nobody is now. And there's people that aren't. There's
yeah.
people who aren't talking to me
Yeah.
because of money,
Yeah.
and that lets you know a little bit. But no, I was so happy that they were concerned about mommy, even though they didn't. They didn't. I didn't have anything to offer them at that point. They were just concerned, and I appreciated it. And they were always special to me. Those ladies especially.
Yeah.
And I can't stay in contact with them all as much as I'd like to, but I definitely do Degenerate Cruisers because they were the first ones. And then Life is Good Today. I went to their house, and Ronnie helped me.
I actually dreamt about going to their house and jumping in their swimming pool.
Who? Ronnie?
No, the Degenerates.
Oh, well, I don't think they'd care.
I'm pretty sure they wouldn't. And I want to be able to go into that kitchen where they have all those snacks and drinks and everything. That I want to experience that. Like, I'm not a partier or anything, but it was because the Degenerates is part of the cruise community, and that's their thing. Like, I'm not necessarily that's my social kind of thing to do, but I do want to experience it because that looked like fun. Like the pool parties that they have, and I'm sure Krista and Jason are amazing people. They are too. Like that's not what it's meaning, but it's that pool. I dreamt about running in and diving into their pool. But it's because I live here in Canada, and when I first started seeing their channel, it was cold, and here they are having a pool party, midwinter, and it's like, oh, I would so love to be there. What is it? I can't remember who they had. I think they had Cindy over at that point. Shauna, was it Shauna? And then there's a few other names that people are in the community, not necessarily YouTubers.
I'm still
Yes. Huh?
I'm still eating my
Oh,
lasagna.
sorry. I'll do this. Daniel says I quit Marco Polo. Rob says lesson while working. Yes. Larry, what's that nothing but cruising you have? Nothing but cruising I have? Who is that? Rob, you're going to have to explain that again. And then Amy, I'm a cruiser who is more involved in the RV community. A majority of the people in my life last night are from the RV community. Yes, I totally understand because you're really coming from Danny's community, and he's with the RV community also. And so, sorry, I got lost because Rob just thing. So I understand. Yeah, you are, but you're also a cruiser too. So me, I'm a traveler, but I'm connected to everybody's channel. Plus, I also like food. You know what I mean? I like RV, and so I follow 500 channels. So I'm getting a little bit of everything.
I had to have some medical work done in Oklahoma City last summer. And I knew that's where Danny Griswold lived. I gave him a buzz. I said, I've got to have such and such done. It's Integra downtown. Can you meet me? I'm going to stay at such and such hotel, not too far from the airport.
Oh, yeah, I remember this now, yeah.
And he said, sure. And I contacted Rafael Viso. He lives about an hour and a half up the road in Tulsa.
Tulsa, yeah.
I said, can you come down and make it a plan? We'll just have a party. And he said, sure. They came down, took me to a wonderful.
Yes, I remember. I don't remember the name of the restaurant, but I remember them taking you out and stuff, yeah.
The name of the place was Primo. And believe me when I tell you, it was Primo.
It must be Primo, yeah.
Oh my God, that kid that took care of us, he was right. He was right, and it was like his 18th or 19th birthday. He was
Oh,
going.
his older son.
No, I'm talking about the boy that waited on us.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, he was going to go to college. Now his son Landon was 8 years old, and oh my God, what a cute kid!
Mm-hmm.
And I ended up going out some point with him and his family. I always forget the name of the place. It's called
Rob was saying Marco
I'm
Polo.
not going to say Rallies or Raleigh's or something like that. It was a Mexican joint, but it was a sit down, pretty nice Mexican place.
Hmm.
Come on,
Oh, mommy's here.
hi babe, hi big boy.
Oh, that's not mommy.
I'm doing okay. Yeah,
Need anything?
no.
Is that mommy?
See, this is big boy. Big boy, people want to see you.
Oh, the black one. Okay, yeah, there we go.
All my friends on here.
Buddy, lay down. Lay down. Lay down. You found your signal.
If you want to leave the door open,
Is that mommy, Papa?
no, that's my daughter Mary.
Oh, hi, Mary. Oh, wait.
Oh,
Did you say Mary?
I said Mary.
Should I be afraid now?
She knows how to use the gun, and she got a big ass dog.
need anything? Just text me.
Okay, honey, thank you. I'm eating my lunch now, babe. No, big boy. No. Oh, go back over there.
Yeah, don't let him get at your food.
Honey, you gotta go lay down. Go lay down.
See, I have a cat, so we deal with a cat, so it's pretty easy to say no and then stop. But
Dog is like
you got two big dogs.
this one is like My Little Pony.
Yeah. And I know my mother-in-law has two Dobermans. They like food. As soon as there's food around, they're on it.
This one here. My wife has a California King bed.
Mhm.
And when he lays down with his feet out back and his feet out front, he hangs off both sides.
What is the difference between king and a California king? Because we have a king. So I'm just curious, what is the difference?
It's just a little bit wider. A little
Really?
bit wider. It's like 4 inches wider.
Really? Wow.
Not if you can fit on a king, you don't need
I'm
a
6'2", 300 and I don't know yet. I haven't weighed myself in a while. I'm perfectly fine on a king. Actually, sometimes I'm a snuggler, so sometimes I feel like a million miles away from Ananda. She's opposite. She likes her space. That's why when we go to a hotel, sometimes she likes it when we get two queens. She'll get one queen and I'll get the other queen.
Did Shelley tell you what we wanted?
Yeah.
that wrong hotel. Sorry.
Yes, she did tell me what you were looking at. So I'm going to get you the most expensive suite in the hotel. How's that? That's what she said.
I like if it's a big king, I like it. But if it's not, I mean, I like to spread out, and a queen bed, I can take up a queen bed easy.
I actually like a queen bed. Well, not true. There's times where I like a king bed because we have a king bed here, but I liked it when we were in a queen because you feel much closer. I like that close feeling to my wife when I'm sleeping at night. Just me. Cuddly teddy bear. Right, love?
I have to remember who may be watching this video right now.
Yes, we're playing nice and family friendly.
And I don't want her or anybody that's downstairs.
The boss?
I don't want them to see me giving the dog any chow.
Shh, shh. We won't say nothing that you're giving the dog some food, Papa.
A little bit for you.
Ah, you're just like me. Hey, love. Papa's just like me with Charlie. You know how I give him, like last night, I gave him a little cheesy with a, don't tell mom. Don't tell mommy.
A little bit.
It's our little babies. They need us.
A little bit doesn't hurt.
Yeah. And that's what it is. A little bit. A little bit won't hurt.
A little bite. That's one.
Shh.
That's all. No.
Mom's coming.
No. Get the crap on my shorts.
Oh, Dad, I love you so much. You are such a nice daddy. You're my favorite daddy.
Get on my shorts, silly.
Yeah.
And of course, when you're trying to hide it, they get it slopped all over your shorts.
Oh, yes.
Great.
My mother-in-law's dogs. That's we can't finish our food because the leftovers got to go to the dog. Like a one little bite, like a snibble or something, you got to save it for the dogs. Every meal, piece of toast, got to save it for the dog. Yeah, I'm gonna be eating lunch. Are we gonna go out to Timmy's, love? We gotta go out. I got no more Red Bull, so we gotta go out.
No what?
Freak. I
Did
thought I
you
was
say
gonna get
no
to go
more
out, but
Red
I
Balls?
need a Red Bull, which would have given us an excuse to go out. But she's saying no. I already have Red Bull. Oh, there's Janice coming in. Hi, Janice.
Oh, Janice, been praying for you, honey.
I missed what's going on with Janice.
Janice lost a friend, I think.
No, that was Rachel last night lost a friend. I didn't know Janice did.
Was it?
Janice, did you lose somebody? Let us know, because if it is, I'll send my prayers also. I do know Rachel last night. She lost a friend.
Oh my!
I could be wrong. Like
maybe I got the wrong one.
I do follow a lot of people, right? Like it's hard to keep up.
Well, I put the greeting on their Facebook. Whoever it was, I put it on their Facebook page.
Okay, so then you know that.
So I've got the right person, but I don't know. I don't know who.
My condolences to you, Janice. Prayers for you also.
Just my friend. What's it say?
Yeah, we just lost an uncle. I told you, Papa, a couple of weeks ago.
Yes, my friend passed last
Month.
Last month? Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, I just lost an uncle to cancer a couple of weeks ago, but he was in his late 70s, and he said he had a great life and everything. He had lots of kids, or not lots of kids. He had a couple kids and some grandkids, and
that's good to hear, isn't it?
Yes, I was able to talk to him a little over a month ago. He found out that the cancer spread and that it was terminal and stuff like that. So we were talking and stuff, and I learned a little bit more of my family background. This was the last living member of my mom's family. My mom came from a family of 13. My mom was the oldest, and he was the last living member of that generation. And so I got to learn a little bit, got to learn quite a bit about my family, how it was. Like I already knew, but just confirmed because with him. And because I'm the family of my baby of my family, I try to keep all that history and all that kind of stuff going. So for my grandkids and stuff. And so I was talking to him, and it was great. Like he said, he had a great life, and he did. Great job, great life, everything. He did say it sucks But he said he did want to go up to, the one thing he wanted to do one more time is go up to Alaska and some fishing and stop into the Yukon and do some fishing and stuff, but he never did because like it went really quick. Like, yes, we knew it was terminal, but it was really, really like 2 or 3 or like three weeks, I guess it went really that quick. Yeah. But again, he, but for me, I've experienced, and not to sound morbid or anything, but I've already lost 2 sisters, a brother. Both I've had 2 parents, like 2 fathers. One was a biological, one who I thought was my father, and then my mom. Lost all my grandparents. I've lost nieces, nephews. I've experienced many funerals, and I hate to say that it's getting normal, but it's not. It still hurts just like any other normal being, but I'm able to deal with it easier now. Yeah, of course I'm gonna cry. I'd cry, just like any other human being, right? But he said, like, what helped is saying that he had a great life and he was okay with what it is. He wasn't suffering like you hear a lot of people going through all that pain and suffering, right?
I'll get you another coffee in a minute.
Yeah.
Well, I always said that I've grown sick of the word cancer.
I don't like to say the word.
I just hate even hearing it. I've had it. I've had family members that have lived, and some have died, but some have actually lived through it. God healed them, and for whatever the reason, I have no idea why God does what He does. God healed me from it, and I'm thankful for it. But
I learned a powerful lesson from it.
I would much rather hear the word Christ than I would cancer. They're both.
I learned a powerful message out of it, Papa, and that is we only need to rely on Him. Okay. Most people, if you sit there and say, well, I'm going to pray for you, and if they pass away, they sit back and question God. Well, why did you let him die? There's nothing wrong with kind of like questioning that and feel like, why, right? There's nothing wrong with it. But really, we can't expect Him to heal us just because we want Him to heal whatever. The reason why I'm saying that, so when the last church I went to is Salvation Army Church, and we found out that my brother had lung cancer. And so I went to church that day and we all prayed for my brother. And long story short, there was a point where he had to go get some treatment and he missed it. And we're thinking, God, you didn't, come on, like, don't let my brother go. We're all here praying for him. And so ironically, if I can say it that way, he managed to get an operation to help. And we got the word that, hey, he's doing great. You know what I mean? So we're thinking, hey, God answers my prayers and everything. And roughly 6 months later, he had passed away. I guess he was having trouble breathing or something. And I never really fully got the full understanding of what it was. But I personally believe that it had something to do with the cancer in a sense. But the lesson I learned is that, you know what, we can't sit there and expect him to do what we want him to do. Just because we pray, we can't sit there and say, fix my brother, and you sit back and think, I prayed to him, he's going to fix my brother, right? But I'm very grateful. I'm very grateful that that he allowed me to have my time with my brother, and whatever's left, it's up to him. It's not my life. It was God's life.
I'm thankful for anything He does that goes my way, but I'm also faithful enough to know that even if it doesn't go my way, it still can be of His will. I don't have to like His will. I just have to recognize the fact that it's perfect and I'm not.
Right.
And if I can just accept that and really mean it, and boy, that's a hard one, because it takes a set of balls to say that and mean it.
Yes.
But I hear a lot of people, act that way, but when it comes down to it, they don't necessarily. They only want to accept that it's God's will if the person they love gets healed and restored back to
That's what I was saying. Yeah.
health. And I'm thinking, well, wait a second. It might be God's will, and the person just, it might be God's will for that person to go on in peace.
God is a healing God.
That's
He
exactly
can
right.
heal on his terms, not on our terms.
Well, and isn't it safe to say that once a person is no longer suffering, that they're no longer suffering?
They're no longer suffering.
Isn't that a wonderful thing to look at? A year ago, a day after tomorrow, will be 1 year that my mother passed, December 8th. And I got to tell you, my mother was certainly the glue that held our family together, as is so many families. And she was a rock, totally a lady and a lady's lady, very elegant woman. And, everything that I thought a lady should be, my mother was. And I'd hoped to marry a woman like that. My Sparrow.
Whoa.
That was
What
the
was
dog.
I understand. That freaked me out a little bit there. Woo.
Me too. Knocked my computer over. But my mother left. But I remember as I watched her over about a year and a half, I watched her go down, down, down. And I watched her begin to suffer. And there was the faith side of me that thought, well, if God wants to, he can heal her, certainly. But if I'm really putting my faith foot forward, I'll ask God to not allow her to suffer. And she did suffer some. But I remember when it got toward the end, and I remember leaning down and touching her head with my head. And I whispered just enough for her to hear. And I said, Mother, I said, it's time for you to go. I said, I want you to know that it's okay with us if
Amen.
you go, because we cannot watch you suffer anymore.
Mhm.
Go rest with Jesus, and we'll see you soon.
Mhm.
And I meant it.
Oh, by the way, I can't wait to come have fun with you.
And I got to tell you,
Sorry.
it's been difficult, but only to a point. It's difficult.
Oh, your camera's shaking, Papa.
And that's the dog scratching.
Oh,
Sparrow.
it's like you're in an earthquake.
Yeah, the sparrow. If you heard the wind blowing, you'd swear it was the wind.
No, I understand animals. I have one too.
The wind's going, and then the dog's going. But no, what's the matter?
Papa, if I can add one more little thing from my side of things, it plays into this. I actually lost a sister also to breast cancer, and this has actually got to do with travel, by the way. 2012. My sister was passing away from cancer, and I lived out here. She lived back in St. John, New Brunswick on the East Coast. So we got the call saying that she's not going to make it. You got to come back, whatever. So I booked a flight. It was a bereavement flight with Air Canada. And so we were already planned, but it was like not for the next week. I couldn't get, that was the earliest I can get a flight down to see my kid. It was till next week, even though I had to get down there quick because she wasn't going to make it. So at the bereavement price is what I'm meaning. Like there was other flights that could have got me there. Anyway, so booked the ticket and everything. And then I got a call saying that she's not going to make it overnight, man. She's not going to do it. Get back here as soon as possible. So I call up Air Canada. Hey, look, can you get me on a flight to go back? They said, well, the only thing we can do is we're going to have to charge you $200 to get you here quicker. Right. Which in one sense, like when you're dealing with a quick time thing. You don't want to hear that stuff. So of course I'm getting angry at this, but you know what? You had to do with it. What you had to deal with. So I get there, do the flight, but I had a layover in Toronto. Get to Toronto. It was January, and get in there, and as you're coming in, you know how it works. Flight delayed by this amount of time. So the flight was delayed by an hour. We were told that, we knew that. So I'm thinking, oh my God, I got to get back to St. John here. It's, my sister's dying. And I had called my sister, and they were saying, everything's okay. We're fine, blah, blah, blah. I'm thinking, okay, maybe I'll have enough time. But I get on the plane, and then, of course, in Toronto, Pearson International Airport is a very big airport like you guys have down there. It's huge. So you're taxiing all the way out to this farthest runway down the back that you got to take off. It feels like you're driving to wherever you're going. Anyway, it takes off, and just as it started taking off, Pop, I had this really strange feeling. At the time, you're not knowing what it is, but I had a really strange feeling. And anyway, fly into St. John, get into St. John. She had passed an hour earlier when I was on the flight flying. And it was basically right around the time that I had that weird feeling. Normally, my personality, Papa, I would have freaked. I would have freaked on Air Canada for making me delayed and doing all that stuff. But God help me. God help me. Like how, like there was also that thought, like, God, how can this? Like, I wanted to be there for my sister. Why couldn't you do it? But what I really learned is that it was on his time. It was his time. She's no longer, like you're saying, she's no longer suffering now, right? I get into the hospital, like it was like 1 o'clock in the morning, and they allowed her to keep her there in the bed, because I got to go in and spend my last little moments with my older sister. What I wanted to say, and there's the other one. Oh, you puppy.
Hi, baby.
That's his daddy.
You want to see everybody on the TV?
Is that a he or she?
That's a she. She's our husky.
Yeah, she's always in the camera. I notice things more so than that black one. Yeah. What is it called? Not camera shot. Photogenic.
Yeah, she definitely is. No, you know what? You're exactly right. And one thing I found out about it, our humanity doesn't just stop hurting because we know it's God's will. We still have to deal with this human body and these set of emotions that we have.
Yep.
I would love to tell you that this anniversary coming up in 2 days will have no effect on me. But
come on, you're an ex-pastor, man. Come on, you're a godly man. You should be able to handle this. Is like a lot of people's going to sit there and think.
Yeah, and I wish it were that way. I really do, but it's not. And I've had to comfort plenty of people that fell apart on their anniversaries, multiple anniversaries, and maybe I will, maybe I won't. I don't plan to, but it's not going to bother me if I do. It won't affect my faith in God. It won't affect my faith in God's judgment or certainly my satisfaction that he did grant my plea. God, please don't let my mother suffer anymore. And that even though, I wasn't really for that particular mode of death, whatever, I know that now, just as it was a year ago, she is not suffering, and I'm a year closer to seeing her.
That's right.
Than I was a year ago, so there's that. I am going to have to go, my friend. I have got a couple things I have to get done before Mommy gets home, and she's going to be home in about.
Still got 12 minutes.
About one.
I'm kidding. I did this last hour.
What'd you say?
I said you still have 12 minutes. It's 3:48. 3 hours and 48 minutes. You still got 12 minutes.
Oh, oh no.
I did
you
this last time and you kept going, and now we ended up with this hour.
don't. Yeah, but I had lasagna last hour.
Well, I actually do have to work. I need to find us a hotel because Janice was talking about this earlier, if I may say this. Janice, I haven't found a hotel yet. Stay tuned. I got some quotes coming in. If they're not what I'm looking for, I'm just going to look for the best hotel around the airport. That's
Janice, I'm sorry. I've kept him busy all this time, so now I'll let him go so he can get on this for you.
Well, I'm actually a little annoyed because this guy, I called on Friday and left messages, and they're not getting back to me, and I'm getting really annoyed. Like, why even, because I got an email says, here, call me if you have this and you want to discuss this, and I call them, they're not calling me back. Like,
Did they ever
Yeah.
get back to you from
Like
that
what?
hotel?
no,
That is such bad customer service.
I agree. Bad customer service. Anyway, we're going to stay positive here.
God, that
So
sounds like
stay
shit.
tuned on the group cruise page. I will totally update everybody. I'll make sure it's all nice and smooth. And
Ananda sounds just like Shelley. That is such
course.
bad customer service.
totally like Shelly.
That sounds exactly like Shelley. All right. I love you
Have a
guys.
good one,
I'll
Papa.
talk to you later, okay?
Awesome hanging out with you. I love hanging out with you, Papa.
Same goes.
Ciao.
Bye-bye. In broadcast.